Didn't still have a battery. Oh, I don't have battery. It's dead. My bad boy died. He came back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're able to stream. We're able to stream for a little bit. So we're here. We're here. We're here. We made it. Turn on my light. I just want to quickly check out the game news before we even start. Change this. Change this. I think I'm on normal latency. Let me post on Discord. Let me go through my bookmarks first. Check. I'm not linking my Discord, am I? Okay, we're not. We're good. We're chill, we're chill, we're good. Yo, what's up, bro? How you doing? Sunny activates mask. Oh. This is him activating Weaver's mask. What the fuck? What the fuck? That is sick. What the fuck? Yeah, he is activating Weaver's mask. He has the mask on. He's seeing this. What the fuck is that picture? Damn, that is sick. We'll look at that later. That's sick as fuck. I just want to post an announcement. Everyone. Live. Checking out more LOTM game news and Shadow Slave reaction. Going now. That's good. Are you reading Shadow? Yeah, we're gonna read after. I finally catch Easy Love. Yo, what's up, bro? I have to juggle 2 streams today. Another fellow also streaming Shadow Slave. Oh, who's streaming Shadow Slave? Really? Yo, Nightshade. Let me see. I want to look him up. English speaker? That's cool. I've spoken with Smalls a little bit because I've known she's Oh wait, hold up. Let me hit her up right now. If you chat sometimes let me know. Yeah, we're gonna read it after. Hold up. Yeah, from England though. Be careful, he's around 800. Joshua Curbs. Okay. Oh, that sounds hype. Hold up. Okay, I'll be careful. I hope on the thumbnail he doesn't have like dead characters or some shit. If not, I think I'll be fine. I think I'll be fine. Joshua Kirby? Wait, no. Joshua Curbs. Why the fuck did it autocorrect to Kirby? Joshua Curbs. Oh, he is reading it. Oh, that's sick. Okay, for sure. Would it be safe to talk to him about it or no? Or is it dangerous? Okay, hold on. Oh shit, I'm looking at his thumbnails. God damn it. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm just looking at his face. I'm not trying to read any text. I'm just seeing his face. He has 1, 2, 3, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 20, 25 live streams. Okay, I'm just talking, bro. Let's see. He has a Twitter. Okay. He used to do shorts and recently started live streaming. Oh, I see his shorts. Oh, shit. Dude, you guys want to know something crazy before we start? I find it harder. Dude, this is gonna be so stupid. People are like, bro, it's so fucking easy. Are you guys ready? I find it harder posting shorts on the channel. Is that fucking crazy? I actually find it harder to talk about YouTube shorts. It's insane how much fucking harder I find it to do that. And I know people are like, bro, just go back and screen record something. It's like, I find that hard. I find that harder. It's like this, like just long videos are just easier for me because I don't have to go back and edit shit, and then I don't have to go back, add fucking subtitles and all that shit. I just fucking read, react, post it. You know, that's easier for me than doing a fucking short. Shorts are harder, man. People that say shorts are easy, yeah, I guess it's easy, but it's fucking harder than just doing like a longer video. Yeah, he seems pretty cool about spoilers and stuff. Oh, okay. He is talking about Josh Curbs. He's British. He used to do okay, you know what? Let me do fuck. I'm scared to subscribe. Yeah, it's live. Yeah, it's live. Okay, I'm scared to look him up. No, I'm scared to subscribe in case he has spoilers on his thumbnails in the future. But I'll just be subscribed just in case. All right. It's gonna be a super quick. I think it's gonna be a quick video. Apparently, we have release date information. What the fuck? There's an Apple link? Wait, no way. Okay, hold up. So right now, we know when the game comes out. Literally, the Lords of the Mystery game comes out November 1st, bro. This year. I assume it was delayed then by a year. First time catch stream. Yo, bro, thank you for joining, brother. Dude, so this game was supposed to come out at the end. If I'm not mistaken, this was supposed to come out at the end of last year, but then they kind of went radio silent. I assume they probably had like an eternal delay or whatever, and then like they have to. I assume they're like in the polish phase, and that's why they're doing these closed betas. But Lord of the Mysteries MMORPG is officially scheduled for release on November 1st of this year. This is insane. According to the games page on the Chinese App Store developed by Spark Nexa, it is listed as, I don't know what this means, but I see 11/1, so November 1st. Scheduled for release on November 1st of 2026. Holy shit. Wait, hold up. I'm scared to open up this link. I don't know what this does. It's an Apple link. App Store. Yo, it's live. Oh, we're just translating. Oh, hell yeah. We're in. Hold up. This doesn't spoil me on anything, right? Let me scroll down. This doesn't dox me. No. Chinese apple.com. Okay, we're good. We're good. Yo, I made it. Yo, what's up, dude? All right, we were able to translate this damn Chinese page. But Lord of the... Wow, look at the cover. This looks so good. Lord of the Mysteries UE5 European Ancient Oculate MMO. Expected to... Wow, it's right fucking there. Can you believe that? Expected to launch on November 1st of 2026. I'm sorry. Is a free game? I forgot it was free. It's free. Oh, I guess people talked about originally like, oh, I was going to have gacha mechanics or whatnot. Are you going to stream playing it? Hell yeah, bro. Dude, we are going to be a gaming account when this game comes out, okay? I'm just setting expectations. Yeah, dude, this literally comes out before GTA 6, okay? So I got time. I'm just telling you right now. I'm a little bit worried because from November 1st until the end of the year, we're going to be gaming a lot on the channel, dude. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be playing the ever-living shit out of this game. And also a lot of GTA 6, just because I've always liked playing Grand Theft Auto games, especially when they come out at launch. Not just GTA 5, I'm talking about 4 and all the other ones, okay? 21, by the way. But Lord of the Mysteries is the first European-style ancient oculate MMO game created by UE5 Engine in China. It is adapted from the world-famous Palace level platinum online article of the same name, the all-elite team of the MMO track has devoted themselves to development and rewrote many stereotypes with ultimate imagination and technology. It is your new choice for online game of 2026. Spoilers? No. The blood moon is in the sky and the evil is peeping, and you, a Chinese who traveled to the Western Oculate Circle, will make a choice from the 22 ways. Oh shit, what the fuck? I can't read that. What? There's a lot of info. Will make a choice from 22 ways to become a god under the protection of the fellow villager, Mr. Fool. The brave man is about to set off on the extraordinary road. Can you abide by human nature and remember why you set off? Holy shit. This is sick as fuck, dude. I'm ready, bro. This game is gonna be so fucking fun to play. I mean, I'm saying it's fun to play. I'm being biased, but I hope it is fun to play. I lost my place. Oh, why you set off? Found it. The development team of Lord of Mysteries is a group of rebels from major traditional game manufacturers. Our goal is to not subvert anyone, but to try the combination of UE5 engine and Lord of Mystery, and how high the ceiling of the MMO RPG can be pushed. We have conquered the UE. We have conquered it? Well, I mean, guys, they already announced UE6 this week. Apparently, Rocket League is coming out on UE6 engine. Why is Unreal Engine 6 even out? Why is that even a thing? There's already so many games that are unoptimized on UE5, and we just announced UE6. That is insane, dude. Sorry, that's a video. That's another video. We have conquered the UE5 engine that was once regarded as impossible to support multiplayer online on multiple ends. The new engine brings the ultimate graphics, new mechanisms, and new rules. The extraordinary road should have been so extreme. Ultimate Vision, UE5 builds a high-definition world and falls into the extraordinary at a glance. With the blessing of UE5 engine, no effort is spared to present the ultimate sense of reality, from first gains of the ashes raised in the morning light to every contraction of the skin pores under the blood moon. From centuries of old... dude, the lore, this is already good. From the centuries of old marks on the churchstone bricks to the wheat flavor butter smelled of the penetrant at the screen in the corner of bakery, to the character face... the clearly identifiable emotional lines, you will immerse yourself in the era where madness and reason meet. The ultimate path, 22... I'm sorry, I thought only 6 were at launch, or is that only for the beta? Even if gameplay is trash, the animation scenes with the dung quote won't do for like 7 years of hype. Yeah, bro, all the shit we saw with the Dark Angel Sasir fight, that's insane. I didn't realize there were... I did not realize there were retelling scenes from the whole book. Yo, first stream, thank you for joining, man. I thought it was just going to be scenes from season 1. I didn't know it was book 1 shit that they're going to be readapting. The clearly identifiable emotional lines, you will immerse yourself in the era where madness and reason meet. The ultimate path, 22 pathways to become a god, let MMO return to play. The most imaginative setting in the original 22 to godhood, each with 10 promotion sequences, from diviner to trick mage. Okay, each with 10 promotional sequences. Okay, we're not going to talk about that. From diviner to the trick mage until the true god Fool, from the warrior to the demon hunter until the true god Twilight Giant. The translation is a little bit different from the web novel. I think it's just because we're using the Google Translate thing. Feel the extraordinary power awakening in the body. Feel the tremor of the moment with the digestion in the Lord of the Mysteries. There are no longer professions or sex. I should have zoomed in from the beginning. One sec. I'm gonna mute my audio for no apparent reason right now. One sec. What is the song? It's Griffith Tyler. Yeah. It's from Shadow Slave OST. Griffith Tyler, Reflection. It's not too loud, is it? I'll lower it a bit more just in case. But one sec. We had a slight emergency, but we are A-okay. Let me find my place. It has been 2,561 years since the city of the Discord has received a revelation from Easy Geek. But don't worry. It's almost June. June is next week. I got you. Don't worry. We're gonna be doing COI the whole week when before the OVA. I got you. Don't worry. We're gonna set up another 24-hour stream. I will clearly be asleep when I need to sleep, but don't worry. It's gonna happen. Don't worry. It's gonna happen, brother. My brother Cammy. It's gonna happen. Yeah, I had a slight emergency, so I had to step out. But we're good. I can't tell you what happened, but we're good. We avoided the situation. Will you read nothing this stream? Okay, hold up. Don't get mad. I've actually read the next 5 chapters last night because I thought I wouldn't stream today. But the renovations have been rescheduled until tomorrow, so I'm gonna read a little bit. Tokyo Ghoul? What about Tokyo Ghoul? Yeah, I have all of Tokyo Ghoul. We have all of Tokyo Ghoul, Tokyo Ghoul Re. I have some official postcards from Japan of Tokyo Ghoul Re. But here, let's keep going. Let me read this part. Don't worry, we're gonna be doing Swing Eye that whole week. I got you, brother Cammy. I got you, bro. Let me find my place. So let me just reread this. The ultimate path to 22 ways to become a god. Let the MMO return to play. The most imaginative setting in the original 22 paths to godhood, each with 10 promotion sequences, from diviner to trick mage until the true god fool. From warrior to demon hunter until the true god twilight giant. Feel the extraordinary power awakening in the body. Feel the tremor of the moment when the digestion of the potion is complete. I wonder how that's gonna work, man, in terms of game mechanics, dude. That's so sick. The sequence is all-encompassing and can be called the encyclopedia of ancient occultism. In Lord of the Mysteries, there are no longer professions or sects, but instead pathways, sequences, potions, acting methods, and digestive progress. But extraordinary power is never given easily if you do not practice playing the methods and forcefully take medicine to advance. I assume potions to advance? You are very likely to lose control and become a monster. Behind the powers always stand the price. Is this the real extraordinary world stimulation? I wonder if there's going to be a game mechanic where we are told to where we are like told to act, right? Like act is our pathway. Where you're reading, by the way, lots of people are spreading misinformation, not checking out the source. No, this is from the Chinese Twitter. This is from the Chinese Apple account. We just translated it. What it literally says on... No, this is official. It is official. This is it. This is official, bro. This is literally a direct Apple Store link. It's already updated. Yeah, so it's official. You have to be careful when I was clicking on this shit. Like, hopefully I'm not signed into any of my stuff. But we're good. I lost my place. I lost my fucking place. I lost my place. So what is this? Extreme crazy, sand value, warning, the line between reason and madness. What makes the sand value crazy? Oh, I remember we talked about it. There's an insanity meter, right? Sand value crazy is not the only those evil monsters with physical distortion, but also yourself. When you gaze into the abyss, when madness erodes from the flesh, the countless to run out of control begins. Physical mutations are just appetizing, and once your sanity returns to zero and completely collapses, you will become the last monster your former comrades want to face at gunpoint. In this mad feast, reason is your last bastion to maintain humanity. Ultimate explosion, ultimate immersion. Explore the European-style ancient oculate city. Damn. The Gothic spire pierces the clouds, and the Baroque dome is painted with eerie, not to mention the church theater, and even public seats and roadsides and toilet. I'm sorry. Why do they have to talk about... Oh, I assume these are all going to be like side quests. Seats on the roadside and the toilet and the bathroom all have that authentic European style. Well, I mean, I'm down to try out some Europe. You know what? Hold up. I do not like the European toilets. I'll be honest. You kind of scared me. The city of Lord of the Mysteries is a huge map of mysteries waiting to be pried open. The cat in the corner may be better at telling bad jokes than you are. Behind the wall totem lies to the key to the secret, and the Badoon, controlled by the line of the spirit body, is performing an absurd dance. Every corner of plotting is a low voice. The truth awaits discovery. Ultimate adventure. Yes, you have to do acting quests that are time-gated to digest the potion. Hopefully that time-gate updates so new players can catch up. Really? Wait, is that more news that, or is that said here? Where'd you hear that? Because I'm still going to look at all the info Wind Valley posted. I have it up here, so I'm going to look at this right now. All the shit Wind Valley posted on the available characters and gameplay. Ultimate adventure. Running group adventures? Let's fucking go, bro. Raids. More important than hard work is the dice dots. What is the joy of the extraordinary exploration is an unknown variable. When adventure triggers, the dice's destiny will rule your luck. Destiny is plagued by bad luck, and exploration tasks are even more difficult. If fate favors you, the surprise of will come at any time. The Ultimate Classic revisits the original work, a 2-line plot narrative. The original work runs parallel. So confirm we're retelling book 2 stuff and original content. Wind Valley said today about the 1k PvP mode that is probably upper limit, so it can still start at 29v20. Oh, that's good. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, so that's like crystalline conflict. No, wait, hold up. Yeah, and FF14, there's like a 36 game mode. 3 teams of up to 36 people. So I think that's good. The Ultimate Classic revisits the original work, a 2-line plot narrative. The original work runs parallel to the plot line and the main personal line without interfering with each other. So Klein's story plus the game story. Okay, with the acquaintances of Mr. Fool, you would read his history and relive the warm friendship and crises that makes sense. That makes sense. That's why we saw all that book 6 shit. I mean, volume 6 stuff that I did not realize was happening, because I thought it was only season 1 stuff. Friends and crisis he experienced after his first arrival into another world, and look back on those classic battles that have been recorded in extraordinary history. But remember that a legend that belongs to Klein and outside of the huge plot of the original work, your extraordinary story will start to be written by yourself. Ultimate battle. 4-way melee. Thousands of people fight to the top of the extraordinary. This is the first time that the UE5 engine has achieved a 1,000-person battle on multiple ends. Over the city of the Dragon Hut, the 4 Emperors battle flag tore through the strong winds. Thousands of people share the same screen, and there is a melee in all directions. There are no eternal friends, only randomly assigned camps at the central royal city that must be captured. Oh, it's like capture the flag. The steam trains whisked. I'm sorry. There's gonna be steam trains inside? The story mode is book 1, not book 2 COI. There will be what ifs, side stories added so people that read the novel aren't bored by it. Oh, fuck yeah, bro. What ifs? I know ReZero has some side story stuff that I would love to check out. There are no eternal friends, only randomly assigned camps and central royal cities that must be captured. The steam train whistles with the horn of the charge. With the boulders of the siege wagon, can you hold your ground in the meat grinder like battlefield and advance step by step and finally become the final winner in capturing the top of the royal city? Make an appointment for Lord of the Mysteries now. The price of becoming extraordinary or becoming extraordinary. Wow. I am so fucking excited for this game. I forgot to change scenes at the very last second, but I am so excited for this fucking game, dude. Insane. And I thought Battlefield was insane with 50v50 or 36v36v36 in Final Fantasy 14. That's going to be an insane-ass game mode. Where should be feature where your character randomly takes a mono play, and where is it? A monocle? After then, it just starts to do some random actions. That'd be scary. You get randomly sent in one of the 4 Emperor's camps, so we don't know if you can still tag with friends and get sent together or it's really FFA. I hope it's free-for-all. I think that'd be fucking sick. Upload a whole chapter for description. That really was a whole chapter for description, dude. So this is the shit Wind Valley posted. Wind Valley literally posted like all the translations. Thank God he posted this, because I'll be like, how do I translate this shit, dude? Will you live stream this game when it comes out? Bro, I'm telling you, this is a free-to-play game, correct? I assume it's a free-to-play game, and you're going to have like online gotcha cosmetics. I hope there's no pay to win. Maybe pay to advance, I guess, sure. But I hope there are no pay to win purchases in free to play game. I think the way Where Winds Meet does it is pretty good, right? Like you just pay for cosmetics, but even then some other cosmetics are gacha, like in fucking Nikkei, the actual gacha roulette. I got a really good outfit, by the way. But here we go. Wind Valley Seer Pathway. Grafting cause and effect, fooling the boundary between illusion and reality, and staging a grand performance in a homage to fate. If you make the same choices as a client, then you shall become the king of manipulation. Tarot cards are not the only tools of divination, but also your weapon. Direct confirmation is not your style. Instead, you excel at ranged DPS and CC. Oh, okay, so we excel at ranged DPS and crowd control. Oh, shit. Okay. That sounds hype. Does he post the GIF gameplay? Or no? Oh, it's right here. Seer Pathways exclusive acting skill. Divination. Here we go. What is this shit, bro? Oh, man, this is going to be a long video. I'll be honest. We'll probably just post the whole thing. Release date info and gameplay deep dive or whatever. But then we'll just have the actual thing split. Because this sounds like... Oh, my God. I think we're going to be here for a while on all this game news before we start reading. So, Seer Pathways exclusive acting skill. Some people said that there's a 20% stat boost if you fully buy everything, but not many, so IDK if it's true. So far, there's no price suggestion. Oh, I missed the first part. I'm sorry, Cammy. So far, there's no price range suggested, so it's safe to assume it's free to play. And if you want to pay to win, you have to do it every season because there's new gear then. Okay, that makes sense. Some people said that there's a 20% stat boost if you fully buy everything, but not many, so IDK if it's true. Look, I'm down to... Look, this is my mentality. This is the way I live when it comes to free-to-play games. If I like a free-to-play game and I'm having fun and I've already sunk in a couple hours and I'm chilling, I'm vibing, I'll buy like a season pass, right? Like I'm not gonna just play it for free. Like I would also like to support them in some way, shape, or form. Now there's a limit to how much I can support. Like once I'm like at AAA retail price, I think that's my cap. And yes, I was an ex-gacha addict. I've been in the 4 digits for Fate Grand Order. I've been in the 3 digits for Genshin and Nikkei. Okay, so I have wailed a little bit in the past, but I'm a changed man. Now I'm changed and I will not do that again. But Seer Pathway's exclusive acting skill, Divination. Aside from combat, each pathway has her own acting skill. Note, currently we don't know how many acting skills each pathway will have or if they will add more acting skills as the game updates. I feel like they might add more, right? Like as you get deeper into your pathway and you start going up the sequences, maybe you'll get like a new acting skill. How many more acting skills as the game updates? For this beta, each pathway has 1 acting skill. When faced with puzzles, branching paths in a maze, or in the dilemma of not knowing which option to choose during critical moments, draw a tarot card and perform a divination instead. Oh, that's cool. Oh, wait, hold up. Is that like an auto puzzle solver? I mean, they once said that you can pay for special paid cosmetics. Okay, that's good then. Bro, is the new standard for time for stream because it fits perfectly with my schedule? No. Today's Memorial Day, so, you know, it's a holiday. So we have the day off. Sadly, I cannot stream at this time on weekdays. No, I'm sorry. The skill does not directly tell you the correct answer, but rather marks will appear over the wrong answers in game. And the way befitting a seer, it helps you eliminate the wrong choices. I'll tell you this. When the game comes out, I'm gonna put in some PTO. I'll tell you that much. Oh, so we actually have a Seer ability demo. Let me see this fucking GIF. Oh! I'm sorry. How far are we going into these skills? Is he using marionette abilities? I can't tell what the fuck he's doing. Do you watch anime? Bro, my brother. Look at my setup. I am an anime connoisseur. I'll be honest, because I stream now, I don't watch as much anime as I used to. But yes, man, you make me do a 9x9, I'm gonna have the most sophisticated connoisseur, high IQ 9x9. And school days is gonna be right in the middle, you know? But Seer ability demo. Let me see. What can we fucking see from this shit, bro? Can I zoom in more? No, I cannot zoom in more. But I'll stay like this zoomed in for you guys, okay? Okay. So we have Klein. He has his cane. Is he doing a divination with his right hand? Oh, no. He's using a marionette ability. You can see the tarot cards right here floating in the air. Like when he starts throwing them in Season 1 and especially in Season 2 when he uses them as weapons. But his marionette abilities are doing what? Is he actually... So he's controlling... Oh, this is a crowd control ability. It said that Seers are good at CC abilities. So I assume you target a character... And then this whole little bubble range, it's a CC ability for everybody else. Okay, that makes sense. Cosmetics is fine. They make a 5k USD. I don't care. Okay. I'm bored of this reality. Where are the RI updates? I am so sorry. Did you see all the skills, by the way? This is all I've seen so far. I'm not sure if you remember, but Klein used grafting to give you weaker, higher sequences powers. You think that's what he's doing? Note, the demo is a combat skill, not a divination skill. Not only that, it looks like a CC combat skill. Okay, let's scroll up. What's next? Warrior. Warrior Pathway. Dawn Bearer with the Morning Gleam as your sword. You wield a blade only to protect honor. Once you drink the potion of a sequence 9 warrior, you will gain strength and dexterity far beyond the ordinary, master all kinds of weapons and armor, and become a true combat expert. In the game, you will likewise excel in melee DPS, so this is the tank class. Okay. Swinging great swords and unleash everything from heavy slashes to hurricane-like combo attacks, demonstrating firsthand why violence is true. Fuck yes. Look at the background already. Peak Bloodborne vibe is good. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. The trailer just gave up straight up Bloodborne vibe. Wait. Is there no GIF? Is there no gameplay GIF? No. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Warrior. I was about to say Wario. Warrior Pathway's exclusive acting skill, breakthrough. Boulders, sealed treasure chests, and run forged iron gates blocking your way. Things that stop others in their tracks are nothing to a Warrior Pathway Beyonder. After all, strength is more than just statistics. It is the power to physically alter the state and the environment. Check game channel on Discord. Okay, we'll check it out. Because I know on the game channel we posted these GIFs. So I was like, shit, let me wait until I don't know what pathway. Look, I think I'm going Warrior. Look, because this looks like a tank class, and I love playing a tank in FF14. I also like playing like mage. So Seer and Warrior look really good. Low to mid sequence gonna be punch back so hard. Yeah, bro, like dude, Warrior looks good. Warrior Pathway Combat Ability Showcase. Do we know what ability he's using? Is that a gap? Was that a gap closer, or am I tripping out? It is a gap closer, right? 1, 2. Oh, okay, it's not. Oh, no, it's not a gap closer. It's not a gap closer. Never mind. But that looks fucking. You know what? Maybe it is. No, a gap closer would have made him go like all the way up here. Hold up. This looks sick though. It looks like he used 2 different skills, or maybe he did like a combo skill. Like that was 1. This was 2, and then 3. Yeah, maybe it's like a chain skill. Okay, I'm trying to think in terms of Final Fantasy 14, because I assume in Final Fantasy 14, a Seer is the equivalent of a mage, like a mage class, like fucking red mage, summoner, black mage. You're fighting from a distance, and you have your occasional CC abilities. Warrior looks clearly this is a tank class. Like this is if you want to be up and personal on a boss fight. So I think because we are a streamer. We are a streamer, and we are going to be streaming the ever-living shit out of this game. We got to go main character role. We got to get the main character persona aura. So we have to go Warrior. We must be a tank. And also, I loved playing Warrior in Final Fantasy 14. So I think it works out. I think that's it, right? There's no more? After all the strength is more than just statistics. Yeah, Warrior Pathway Combat Ability Showcase. Sad Uncharted? Why, what happened? Howdy, how's it going? I'm either going to, with Savant, build Gundam Seer for my lord, Mystery Prior to spam those spells. Spectator Pathway. This looks like a healer ability, right? I'm thinking of like an astrologer from FF14. I feel like she might be a healer. No matter if I choose Provoker, what can I do? We're going to find out right now. Spectator Pathway, transform into a giant dragon. No. All right. All right, let's see what we can do. I don't know what these abilities are. I've only watched season 1. Spectator pathway. Transform into a giant dragon. Perceive the subconscious and heal. How the fuck did I know we were going to be a healer as a spectator? And heal the island of consciousness. Audrey Hall once acted as a psychologist to help Mr. Fool undergo mental counseling, restoring his HP bar per se. Game channel Discord. Should we look at it right now? It is complicated if you only watch the anime. Yeah, definitely. Hold up. Hold up. Let me pull it up. LOTM game. Oh, here's the gifts. What the fuck? What the fuck was that gift? What the fuck? That was sick. I have it up here. All right, we're gonna look at all these skills right now. Well, that looked fucking sick. All right, here we go. That looks sick, dude. I got whiplash when I saw this shit again. In the world of Beyonders. Oh, hold on, I'm not recording. In the world of Beyonders, many attacks and injuries target the mind and willpower. There, I assume, because you'll go insane, right? I wonder how that insanity meter. I'm sorry. Do we know if the insanity meter has like a permadeath effect? In the world of Beyonders, many attacks and injuries target the mind and willpower. Therefore, in-game, players who choose Spectator Pathway can also take on this role, helping teammates heal or recover their conditions. And then you can just be a giant dragon on top of that. Aside from that, the Spectator is also quite formidable in combat. Beyonders of this path will excel at weaving dreams, which can be a nightmare for opponents. Wow, look at that, dude. That looks fucking insane. No permadeath? I feel like if there was a permadeath game mode, that would be a mechanic. Your insanity meter, you'd have to be a lot more careful with that. What the fuck? Look at that shit. Am I showing my screen? Yeah, I am. Look at this shit, dude. What? Holy shit. What the fuck? Let me look at the attack first before we read it. What the fuck? Oh my god, that looks sick. Spectator Pathway's exclusive acting skill, psychological suggestion. Chill out. He will read later, so don't worry, brother. No, yeah, we're gonna read it. Yeah, we're gonna be reading. Yeah, we will be reading more later. Spectator Pathway's exclusive acting skill. Psychological suggestion. A guard blocks your way and refuses to let you pass. Use psychological suggestion on them, dragging them into the sea of subconscious and putting them to sleep. An NPC refuses to reveal crucial information. Use mind reading to directly access their memories. The Spectator's acting skill revolves around influencing real living beings. Oh! Spectator combat skill demo. Fuck, man. This is gonna be that's a crazy ass healing class. Like, I like using. I'm in tears watching this. This is hype, dude. I'm gonna be playing this game a lot. So, right now, I know you guys are upset I'm not reading COI. Hey, don't worry. Shadow Slave fans are gonna be there too. Because when this game comes out, everybody's gonna be mad that we are not reading and reacting. So, you guys are all gonna be in the same boat. I am so ready for this fucking game. You're late for my driving lesson? Hey, man, good luck on your driving lesson, bro. When you pass, let us know, brother, so we can celebrate in the Discord. Next, Apprentice Pathway. Faith Pokemon? I have a few. Kind of like Lucario, to be fair. Or Lugia. No, I think Lugia. I think Lugia is my favorite default. Apprentice Pathway. Traverse the Spur World, roam the cosmos, and command space with the powers of the star. Door is your go-to skill for both everyday life and travel. This spatial gateway can transport you to underground black markets hidden behind secret entrances, or let you appear on the battlefield where enemies least expect you. Is this supposed to be like a ninja class? Or ninja-esque class, at least by the description. The Apprentice Pathway's innate advantages and mobility makes you the most maneuverable force in in-game combat. Yeah, okay, feels like a ninja stealth class. Wind Valley disclaimer. Thank you. Tell us, Wind Valley. Apprentices are far more impressive in theory than in practice. In reality, they are more often not quietly repurposed as premium Beyonder ingredients and artifacts. Drink potion responsibly. Drink it responsibly. Apprentice Pathways exclusive acting skill. Warp Door. Okay, so they're just showing us the acting skills. Oh, that looks like a gap closer. Oh, that is sick. Bro, this is straight up Black Mage. You know when you have to put your ley lines down, but you need to zip back to your ley line? That's literally what this is. You place your door down. So you know what this probably tells me? He's probably going to have some... apprentices are probably going to have abilities where you can't really move as much when you're fighting. So you're going to want to set up these doors so you can move around with your characters from time to time. Kind of like a Black Mage in FF14. But this looks cool. Apprentice Pathways exclusive acting skill. Warp Door. Cliffs that others cannot cross. Block off routes. Areas filled with corruptions. All no problem. An apprentice can summon doors of transportation as if traveling along an unseen trajectory. They can pass through obstacles and seamlessly reach your destination. Routes that other pathway beyonders cannot traverse can be overcome by the apprentice. Demonstration of warp door ability. That is a crazy ass ability. Door only used for run away from corruption. And that's the only ability apprentices get for the next fucking 5 years. All they can do is run away. What the fuck was that? We have a second skill. Demonstration of Apprentice Pathways combat skill. Oh. Okay, so they showed us one mobility skill and one fucking... What is that? Did you guys see that area? The little... Look at the field. It looks like that's an auto-targeting skill, right? Door is used to spear corruption. To spread corruption. It looks like... I see what you did there. I see what you did there, DT. That was pretty funny. I'm pretty sure this is an auto-targeting skill. Because he puts his ability... Now, this is what I'm thinking. I'm calling it right now. If there were 3 characters, I bet you each attack would go to a different character. But because it's only one character, all... What? Let me count that. It looks like 3 attacks. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like all 5 attacks... I think all 5 attacks will be spreaded out, right? Now, this looks like a crowd control attack. This looks like a CC ability. But that looks sick. It's like a CC ability or it just targets one person, depending on like what you're fighting. Wow. Yo, Bard Pathway. Yo, this is the next tank class. All right, this is fucking cool. This looks already sick. Hell yeah. Bard Pathway, burn away all sins and praise the sun. May this body and heart forever remain beneath the blazing sun. Oh yeah, this is the second tank class at launch. Remind me what classes are available at the time. Bard, Spectator, Apprentice, Seer. Let's see, Spectator. And after that, I don't know. Bard? Bard? I'm sorry, was that a healing ability? Or is that a buff ability? You're praising the sun, and look. Oh, you have Aura. This looks like a buff enhancement. A buff enchantment. Someone will use the teleport ability in co-op mode and rage bait the whole server. Bro. You know what this is making me think of that Bard ability? I mean, the door ability. Do you guys? I don't know if you guys seen that Marvel Rival clips when you're playing as Loki, but you put the door at spawn on your enemies. So and then you put the other portal off a cliff. So when they all go through that door, they'll go off the edge of the map. This is gonna be a fucking good skill, dude. When you become a bard, your physical constitution will be enhanced. Okay, so this is a buffer. This is a buff class. This is enough to allow you to engage in enemies in close combat. Oh, this is a good tank class. To allow you to engage enemies in close combat and maintain a degree of physical damage output. Of course, as a bard, purification is also one of your signature abilities used to empower yourself and your allies or deal with the things that lurk in shadows. I think I'm gonna be a bard. I think right now the bard is the closest thing to like a paladin. And that looks sick. So I think I'm gonna go bard. I was thinking warrior, but warrior was like dual wielding, right? I think I'm gonna go bard because it looks like it's just one. Bard Pathways exclusive. I skipped a sentence. Of course, as a bard, purification is also one of your signature abilities used to empower yourself and your allies or deal with things that lurk in shadows. Bard Pathways exclusive acting skills, purification. Areas covered in corruption cannot be traversed, and mechanisms bound by lingering spirits cannot be interacted with. Only after Bard performs purification do these things become interactable again. Purification is not merely a supportive debuff cleansing ability. It is the key that unlocks the hidden layers of this world obscured by corruption and darkness. This is either a demonstration of Praise the Sun emoji in-game or a skill that has Praise the Sun posture. Oh, I'm sorry, we have emojis in the game. Me go Bard, me go Bonk. I'm feeling it. I think we're gonna be Bard. Just seeing you live, let me thank you for LOTM content. I've been enjoying with you the past you. Almost volume 4. Great stuff. Keep it up, mate. Thank you, man. That means a lot. Thank you so much. Hey, I hope you're having fun, dude. I hope you're enjoying the reacts. I think we're gonna be a Bard. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna be spamming this fucking emoji like my life depends on it. I think we're going Bard right now. I think Bard right now. What the fuck was that? A hammer? What the fuck? Oh, we're so Bard. Wait, I'm sorry. Is a Bard holding a spear? It's a spear, or what's it called when it's a sword with 2 sharp ends? I forget what it's called. I know in Shadow Slave there's a character holding one, and I just keep forgetting the name. It was brought up, but it looks like it's a spear, and then you use what? An acting ability, and it turns into like a light hammer. Oh, what the fuck is this? You see the little cross going around him? I think that's a buff enhancement from the Praise the Sun ability that he used. Maybe you use the ability and then you have the little Praise the Sun halo going around you. I don't know. Praise the Sun, I'm back. Demonstration of Bard's Pathway combat ability. All right. I think right now I'm Bard. But this Mystery Prior character looks very beautiful. Look at that. Wow. You know what? I think she kind of reminds me of a Catleya. Catleya? But here we go. Mystery Prior Pathway. Prying into the secrets. I'm sorry. Is it her? Same pathway. Oh my god, it's her, right? This is a LOTM Book 1 character. It's not like an original character. That's Catleya. Catleya. Mystery Prior Pathway. Prying into the secrets, deciphering knowledge, and igniting spirituality with the flame of wisdom. The Mystery Prior is a highly spiritual, attuned mage specialized in range DPS and CC. Like a seer. Okay, that's good. So kind of like Seer's range DPS and CC role, but different gimmick. Knowledge is power. The pathway centers on mastering esoteric and occult knowledge. In combat, the Mystery Prior builds up an accumulated kawaii. Yes, she does. It looks like her, right? Sunlight Weapons, Absolute Cinema. It looks the same, yeah. It looks good, dude. So kind of like a Seer's range DPS and CC role. So I think right now for sure, Warrior, Bard are the tanks. Seer, Mystery Prior are ranged DPS. No, not ranged DPS. Mage. Just mage. Straight up mage. I feel like Hunter would be like a DPS. Like straight up just close range DPS. A Halberd. Thank you so much, Nightshade. The mystery knowledge is power. This pathway centers on mastering exoteric and occult knowledge. In combat, the Mystery Prior builds up accumulated occult insights through the effective skill cycles, and at critical moments converts the gathered knowledge into a devastating strike against enemies. I hope this has like dot effects. Whoa, what the fuck was that? Let me look at that skill first. It's like a chessboard. Hunter should be able to provoke. I feel like right now, I think Hunter's going to be like a DPS class. Close range DPS. That's what I'm thinking. Mystery Prior Pathway's exclusive acting skill. Detection, basically prying. Wind Valley. Bruh, are we sure this is not Raider Pathway ability? Bruh, did the developers, did they give them the wrong ability? Is that what's happening? Footprints, invisible to others, hidden runes. Imagine the patterns etched into the walls. Once a Mystery Prior lays their gaze upon them, layers of information unfold, concealing units and revealing, and the correct paths is marked by invisible footprints. The core of this pathway lies in perceiving the hidden dimensions of the world. In the same scene, others see only one side, while the Mystery Prior sees an entirely different reality. Mystery Prior combat skill demonstration. Yeah, this is a crowd control ability. This is a CC. But I find it cool how the CC ability is like a square range rather than the circle range. Read the book. Just tell me, Sonny. I'm gonna watch the anime, not the book. So yeah, read the book. Nah, I feel like the Hunter would be a tank because they get aggro skills. Oh, that makes more sense. Yeah, if you're provoking, I'm gonna call it right now. There's gonna be like a sorry. Final Fantasy 14 is the only thing I can reference. But with Hunter, if you're able to provoke them, and as a tank, you can provoke or shriek. So you provoke the enemy and you aggro and you get immunity, or you shriek a teammate and you give them the immunity. You make them provoke them and then you lose that aggro. I think there's going to be a mechanic like that. Because I feel like you're at least going to have 2 tanks, right, for big raids, like 8-player raids. Isn't this more like a detecting skill? Oh, you think it's a detecting skill? I feel like this is a crowd control ability. Like, what are you supposed to detect in this little square? I feel like this is an AoE ability, but I might be wrong. We'll see. Can we wake up client in-game? I think we'll be able to tell, like, yo, bro, can you get up? I need your help to go do all this stuff right now. But here we go. 6 out of 22 pathways are going to be in the beta. The other ones will have to wait for future updates, patches after game launch probably. Devs did promise to create the more popular pathways first, such as Monster, Lawyer, and Assassin. Oh my god. It's gonna be good. The devs... First, hold up. I'm gonna talk just a little bit of smack, okay? You guys glaze Monster so much. I feel like Monster gets too much praise. Like, it's strong, yeah, but it's not like glaze-worthy strong. That, or there just weren't enough strong Monster pathways in the later half. Maybe there will be in COY and I'm completely wrong. But I don't know, man. 6 out of 22 pathways are going to be in the beta. The other ones will have to wait for future updates, patches after the game launches probably. Devs did promise to create the more popular pathways first, such as Monster, Lore, and Assassin, etc. The devs asked that you tell your game buddy to pick Assassin. What does that mean? Why do the developers want you to tell your bro, hey, you should be an assassin? What the fuck? The devs, oh, I know why. That's pretty funny. I bet you when you make your assassin class, Monster will be gacha players. I don't know what that means, but I'm down. I'll tell you this. I think the devs want their bros to pick an assassin because they're going to make their male character, and eventually they're going to be forced to, like, be a female character. And they're going to be like, yo, bro, what? The devs asked that you tell your game buddy to pick the assassin pathway. Devs, don't ask us how to ascend to godhood yet. We currently do not have the technology to create that kind of sequence yet. These words are highlighted in the poster. Wind Valley, copium for sequence 0. Copium? I thought they were joking about... Are they joking that they don't know how to make a male character become an assassin? Is that what they're saying? Just give people a casino and it'll be the same as Monster gameplay? Really? Monster's lucky, so... Oh, you're right. All right. You know what? I'll take that back. All right. That is pretty cool. Yeah, I forget. Dude, gacha players are going to love Monster. Now that they say that, they're going to love it. And I think that's it. That's all Wind Valley posted right now. Damn, that's crazy. That is sick, man. I am so excited for this fucking game, dude. It's gonna be so good when it comes out. I'm telling you. Some of you guys are gonna be mad. But when this game comes out, I'm telling you guys right now, I don't think there's gonna be an English client at launch. So we're gonna have to find a way to play the CN version. Oh, here's the thing. Are we gonna be able to play the CN version like on our end? Like me in the United States, will I be able to download the Chinese client and just wing it, not know what the fuck to translate, and just kind of wing the game and play it? Or am I not gonna be able to play it? Now they're saying they don't have tech to make Sequence 0 playable, which is normal. It can't even do Angels, in my opinion. Oh, that's what they mean. Yeah, dude, I feel like all that shit is gonna have to come at a later point, bro. Like, the way I see it, I feel like characters should only go up, in my opinion, to like Sequence 7 at launch. Sequence 6. And even then, I feel like that should be it. And then when the next expansion comes out, you just go up 1 sequence, maybe 2, depending on how big an expansion is. And then every 2 to 3 years, you release an expansion and you go up 2 levels. 2, 4, 6. So maybe in like 3 expansions, or if they tone it down to 1. Nah, they'll probably do it down to 1. They'll probably tone it down to 1. But maybe in like 4 expansions, like 10 years from now, we'll be like at Sequence 0 Godhood, right? Like, I'm talking like some Endwalker level shit if you played FF14. Like, you have 10 years worth of lore buildup, and then it's like the Godhood expansion drops in like a few years. You reach Sequence 0. They said launch 6, eventually go up to 3. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Story mode expansions will last 4 years. Oh, that's really good. Okay, I feel like, I mean, yeah, there's an end point. And then maybe they can keep doing all that side story stuff. Nah, you didn't get it, Easy Kiki. How would you play grafting? Would that even work mechanically? Where you can graft other player abilities and then use them yourself? Will that work? Maybe you can. You know what I hope this game does? I really hope the game works more like FF14 rather than like Guild Wars or like World of Warcraft, where you can have one character but have separate roles, right? No, that wouldn't make sense, right? Because I assume there's gonna be some characters where you can only be male or you can only be female, depending on your pathway. But I wonder if there's a way where you can just equip a different weapon or equip a different different Beyonder ability, and then you can for me, if I play tank, which I'm probably going to play as a bard, I wonder if there's a way for me to just switch my character and have him play as a warrior without making an alt account. Does that make sense? Because I'd rather just have one character with all the available gear on a tank, right? So like I hope my bard gear is compatible with like my warrior gear as a tank, and then I don't have to make an alt warrior character, and my one character can be a bard or a warrior. That's what I hope I can do, because that's how it is in 14. Like, you only need one character and you can play all available classes in the game. We don't know how to swap pathways yet. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm hoping for. Like in Final Fantasy 14, you want to be a tank? Cool, you're a Dark Knight, big as broadsword like a bard. You have your gear is compatible with all different tanks in the game. So you switch your tank weapon. So like, for example, the bard had the halberd. Did they no, this is me speculating. Like, I hope that me as a bard, all the loot drop is going to be random, right? Like, I can probably do my quest to unlock warrior, eventually get my warrior weapon, but then all my bard gear is compatible, right? Like, I hope they do something like that. And yes, I know there's probably gonna be like bard specific gear, warrior specific gear, but I hope there's like a unilateral like tank gear. So that's what I'm thinking. I hope there's tank gear, and then there's like specific pathway gears, and then there's like weapons, right, for their own respective pathways, but I hope they're all compatible and you can just weapon swap. Because in my humble opinion, I don't like playing alts. I don't have a streamer schedule, so I don't have time to min-max like 3 separate tanks or like 4 separate alt accounts, 4 separate characters for like a given season. I have time for like 1 and maybe like a little bit of a second one if I want to mess around. Chat, imagine the implement AI, so you say I grafted Supernova, I will graft 1. I don't mind having to restart from sequence 9 with a new character if they add some types of experience boost on new characters. See, if they do that, I'm cool with that. A tutorial, we get like 22 souls in our body. Walter has the theory that we use that to lock each soul to each pathway. Oh, that's a good theory. And then that way, we'd be able to use multiple ones. I mean, if this is like an alternate timeline, there has to be a way where you can logically have your character be multiple Beyonders. All right, man, that's sick. What the fuck? I've been live for 45 minutes. What the fuck? God damn. This recording was 45 minutes. I thought this was gonna be like 10 minutes. What the fuck was I yapping about? Why? That makes no logical sense. How the fuck did I yap for that long? Well, we're gonna wrap up this video. I'm gonna just fucking end it. Do you like what you see? You want to see more? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, because we will be playing the ever-living shit out of this game. Walter cooking much? Oh, he is definitely cooking in the kitchen right now. And I think Walter spoiled us. I think that's actually what's gonna happen. So if you guys are excited for this game, and you guys want to play it with one of the best Discord communities, one of the best YouTuber communities, make sure you join. You turn on all bell icons, because last time I showed you guys yesterday's stream, only 46% of you guys watching these videos are subscribed. So make sure you subscribe, leave a comment down the video, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Peace. Have an amazing day. Later, guys. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Say bye to YouTube. Thank you, guys. Okay, we're going to read. Because I'm excited to read a little bit more. But, dude, I am so excited for this fucking game. So, like, this is the end of the stream. No. This is just the end of, that part. Waiting for streams of the game. Yeah, bro, I am so ready to fucking play this game. Bro, I'm gonna be playing this game a lot. What is this? I'm sorry, does anybody know what this is before we continue? Does anybody know what Dunkwa this is? Because that looks fucking good, and I'm bookmarking that. Another post, I'll leave the Dunkwa. Oh, it's Linkage! What? That's Linkage? How the fuck did we end up in space? I remember watching episode 1. That is not what this shit felt like. Okay, I'm gonna pick up Linkage again. Alright. I'm picking up Linkage. I've bookmarked that. I think I am gonna go get more coffee before we read. No, it's not. It's the end of the video. It was recording. Yeah, just a recording. Sorry, we did our outro for the recording. Live chat. So, for people that are here for Shadow Slave, don't be mad. We read 5 chapters before I went to bed because I didn't think I was going to go live today. But here we are. We're live. So, we have made it to the Obsidian Tower. Okay? Yeah, I saw that one before but forgot the name. Careful, we don't even know how it plays yet. Pre-rendered trailers are nothing to base on. Well, the thing is, I know... Oh, let me show you. I know at least this much isn't pre-rendered. This is not pre-rendered. This is definitely in-game. But I just... I don't find it reassuring that it's a GIF, right? Like, my brothers from another mother, right? Like, just my CM bros, like, just show gameplay. Why is it a GIF? That's the only thing that worries me. Like, I don't know if they're setting these as GIFs purposely to kind of like hide the UE5 graphics or like hide the unoptimization. I don't know what is the... I don't know if there's like malicious intent behind releasing these things as GIFs. Because no one does that. They would just fucking post like a 10-second clip and just call it a day, dude. Yeah. Oh, you know what? We need to make a tweet. Can I show you guys something? I want to make a tweet to their I want to make a tweet to the official LOTM account and see if they can respond. Let me show you this. They should post something like this. They should do something like this. Before we start reading, yeah, the abilities aren't pre-rendered. We're gonna at them right now and be like, yo, you guys should do something like this. They should do something like this. They should have, well, this is called job action. So it should be like Beyonder Showcase or whatever. But they should have like an 18-minute trailer going through every single ability for your characters. Because, dude, these trailers went fucking hard. This is an MMO. So this is what they should do. We're gonna at them right now, okay? We're gonna at them and tell them to do this. But this is what I hope they do. Fuck, I'm getting excited watching this trailer. Holy shit. Hi, Sunny. I heard you got spoiled. I am sad for you. Ah, you got spoiled, Sunny? So look. This is Dragoon. So this is it. This is what they should be doing. You play some crazy-ass, badass LOTM music, and then you just do a showcase of every single Beyonder ability. Look, you just keep going through it. Warrior. This is literally what they do. Like, dude, wouldn't this be sick? Like, this is Dark Knight, by the way. Like, this is a tank. Like, they all have their... Let me speak in terms of LOTM. Right now, all these characters are wearing their Beyonder specific gear. But there's universal gear for their roles. Like, tanks, DPS, healers, range DPS, and mages, right? Like, there's universal gear for those classes, but then there's specific Beyonder gear. This is Dancer. Like, this class buffs a lot. This is like the gacha role. Like, this is gonna be monster gameplay. If only they showed gameplay like that. Dude, we gotta at them like, yo, you guys should do these. These videos pulled in crazy views. Like, dude, when these things come out, when these job action trailers come out, people go crazy. And this was Endwalker. This was at the end of, like, their first 10-year journey. This was the next one. And, like, this is all you do. This was me. I was one of the best summoners in the game, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. You just fucking summon things. I think that's what they're gonna do. Oh, not that's what we're gonna do. That's not what they're gonna do. But we're gonna be adding them until they do it, okay? We're gonna do that. And we're gonna do it today. So let me put this out the way. Finish my coffee. I'm gonna leave my coffee outside. I'm gonna bring in my phone in case the missus texts me right now because she's out. just so we're a little bit up to date on what's going on right now. I'll be right back. Mute my mic. Lost from place. That was pretty funny. Drink some water and let's start. Are you guys ready? We're just going to start the recording. I hope you guys are ready. I just want to show you guys this quickly. I can hear Ellie outside the door. I didn't actually see this artwork last time, but this is apparently Sunny activating Weaver's mask. So you can see the strings of fate. You can see the two coming out, right? One is towards Nephis, and the other is towards the Tear. Maybe? You can see the Mimic right here. The mask, but you can see his face under it. I still find it crazy that this was his strongest fight, man. That's insane. A fucking mimic was his strongest opponent so far. No one really... wait, what happened? But later? Oh, by then, chat, what would happen if two opposing aspects and flaws met like one person's flaws who always get ahead in a coin flip, the other person aspect to win the coin flip? What would happen? Am I late for SS? We just started. We're just starting. So, just to give you guys a heads up, okay? I read 5 chapters last night. So we are 5 chapters from wherever the video that premiered like 2-3 hours ago. We're 5 chapters ahead of that video. So I'm trying to read more, so I'm ahead. But I'm premiering the videos in the morning because on YouTube's end, on YouTube's demographics, it said that's the time where you guys are the most active. Like my mornings is the time you guys are the most active. So that's when I'm premiering the videos. But I hope you guys are ready, because I am. I'm fucking ready. I am excited to see what the fuck is gonna happen at this Obsidian Tower. Quick recap, bro. He went through the fucking tear, dude. Like, holy shit. This dude almost died. Let me put my volume down. This dude literally started zigzagging through like the fucking little gap that was available in the tear with all his fucking memories. He had his fucking armor on. Then he would like fucking launch an arrow, and then he'd use shadow step to go to the arrow, and then he did that like 3-4 times, and then he's using his dark wind to glide. But like the tear and like the fucking divine flame was so strong it almost burnt it out. Oh my god, I could explain, but I feel like Sunny would ban me. No, you're okay. And then literally he's and then what was it? The Prince of the Underworld was like, shit, man. Hey, I wish you luck, and like we'll meet again. Bro, he entered the Tower of Atlas. Wait, hold up. No, we haven't entered the tower yet. No. We landed. We just read 5 chapters. I just read 5 chapters, so I'm sorry. So we made it safe and sound. We have landed on some random ass fucking island. In the middle of nowhere. Oh, not in the middle of nowhere. Like at the bottom of the tear. At the very at the very bottom, we reached fucking land. He touched ground after 3 weeks, almost dying from the fucking divine flames, finding the pathway. Did you understand that reference? Finding the path through the divine flames. He went through the tear. He landed on the bottom, and then he found a replica of the ivory tower. But this is called the Obsidian Tower because everything here is made out of obsidian. So I am sorry I did not read that live. Safe, burned ass. Yeah, he's safe, but he almost fucking died. Safe? He is safe, but he is not safe because he is out of essence. I'm pretty sure he's fucking dry. No way there was something in the nothing. Literally something happened. I'm fucking stuttering. It took 2 streams, but something finally fucking happened. Wait, hold up. Don't get mad, guys. That is a joke. That is a joke when we're like, oh, finally something happens. I know we were joking that like, oh, nothing is happening. That was pretty funny. But now something is going to happen. So let's read. Do my timestamps. Oh, that was a 3-minute intro. That was a slightly long intro. Look at that. Crazy. My brother from another mother. Oh, see, so like flaws are absolutes. I see. Yeah, flaws are literally absolute. There's like... Yeah, it's not like you can ignore your flaw. Like you are literally stuck with that. We're gonna pop this bad boy out. 1 sec. Let me put my chat down here so I can see you beautiful people. Chapter 444, my brothers and sisters, is called... What's it called? Obsidian Tower. Sunny stood naked, and also we live reacted to this song in last stream, but don't worry, that will be premiering in the morning. Don't worry, you guys will hear it. But chapter 444 is called Obsidian Tower. Sunny stood naked on the rocky surface of the dark island. He grimaced and looked at his body, which was a map of burns, some more severe than others. Then summoned the puppeteer shroud. Not wishing for the soft fabric to touch the worst of his wounds, he left it in the way it had been during the later stages of his journey through the sky below, with the leather elements gone and the upper garment undone and tied around his waist. This time his body was wrapped in shadows and appeared black, as if cut from the same obsidian the dark island consisted of. The coils of the soul serpent seemed to be shimmering at the essence of the flowed through him. Was in the moment of the bow and arrow. Bro, that part was so fucking sick. Before I start reading more and get deeper into the chapter, that part reminded me a lot of Mistborn. Because these Mistborns, right? Allomancers can use like metals to push themselves and pull themselves too. So it's like they were able to push themselves up, but like if you have a coin on the ground, you can like push yourself, and then it's like I felt like that reminded me of like that, because like they can't fly, but they're using their abilities to mimic flying in a way. Just like how Sunny can't fly. He can glide with Darkwing, but he can't waste Darkwing. So he kind of like used what he could to like zip zap. He kind of like kept grappling, like a grapple hook. It was cool, bro. It was so fucking sick. This time his body was wrapped in shadows and appeared black, as if cut from the same obsidian that the Dark Island consisted of. The coils of the Soul Serpent seemed to shimmer as the essence flowed through them. A moment later, Saint stepped in from behind and moved forward, summoning the Midnight Shards as she walked, knowing how badly his soul was damaged. Sunny decided to keep the broken oath locked away for a while, so that the shadow was not surrounded by the destructive aura anymore. He was not in any shape to fight himself, at least not very effectively, so we make Shadow Slate fight for us. And that was why the austere Tachi was currently in the hands of the taciturn demon. If push came to shove, Sunny would either use the Moonlight Shard or command the Soul Serpent to assume the Odachi form. With a heavy sigh, he summoned the Endless Spring and greedily drank the cold water from it, then leaned forward and poured some on his head. After that, he finally felt like a human once again. All in all, things weren't that bad. Yeah, falling for fucking 3 weeks. Not that bad. Almost being burned alive. Not that bad. He was alive and in one piece, suffering from neither thirst nor hunger. Here on the Dark Island, the air was pleasantly warm. Brighter stars burned the empty void high above, making for a beautiful view. Right in front of them, the graceful silhouette of the Obsidian Tower rose from the ground like a black rift in reality. It turned out to be much larger than Sunny had thought, but now near the scale of the Crimson Spire. The cursed thing seemed to be gargantuan to even exist, while the ancient pagoda was more or less fit or had been built for humans. 22 kilometers shorter than what's been described. I don't know what's 22 kilometers in miles. I don't know, man. To the gargantuan to even exist, while the ancient pagoda was more or less fit to, I'd assume is like around 10 miles. While the ancient, I lost my place. Oh my god, Easy's true name. Lost from place. All in all, things weren't that bad. He was alive and in one piece, suffering from neither thirst nor hunger. Here on the Dark Island, the air was pleasantly warm. Bright stars burned the empty void high above, making for a beautiful view. Right in front of them, the graceful silhouette of the Obsidian Tower rose from the ground like a black rift in reality. It turned out to be much larger than Sunny had thought, but nowhere near the scale of the Crimson Spire. The cursed thing seemed to be too gargantuan to even exist, while the ancient pagoda was more or less fit to have been built for humans, well, maybe for extremely tall humans or tiny giants. As Sunny stared at the Obsidian Tower, Saint tilted her head and stared at the black pagoda too. Her ruby eyes reflected some strange emotion. Was it recognition? Why would his shadow... I think I skipped something. Why would his shadow recognize the tower hidden in the depths of the abyss below the chained island? Strange. Yeah, weird. A little fucking weird, huh? Sunny frowned and dismissed the Endless Spring. He remained motionless for a few moments and slowly headed for the tower. The tall pagoda Saint followed. As they walked across the island, Sunny had time to look at the various runes left on its surface. It was hard to determine what they had been once. Okay. It's okay, we're good. Are you guys ready? As they walked across the island... Oh, I skipped a sentence. Sunny frowned and dismissed the Endless Spring. He remained motionless for a few moments and slowly headed towards the tall pagoda. Saint followed. As they walked across the island, Sunny had time to look at the various runes left on its surface. It was hard to determine what they had been once, but Sunny had got the feeling that he wasn't looking at the remains of the building. More like structures, devices, their purpose was now impossible to determine, but whatever it had been, he doubted that anyone could have ever lived inside. Huh? What? Hello, Mrs. Probably arrived? No. Hold up. Don't worry, she's not here. It's something else. It's just funny. I'm muting it for obvious reasons, right? Just to be a little bit private for them. But I thought that was funny. The closet he could get to putting his feeling in the words was that these ruins reminded him most of the bowels of the underworld of the underground factory his mom had worked in when he was little. Even though the factory was much larger and built of alloy instead of cut blocks of obsidian, not to mention being much more advanced, the sensation was the same. Okay, I'll tell you this much. Mrs. is babysitting. And like, the babysitting was walking up, and I can hear the footsteps. And I'm like, hold up, let me mute. I don't want this. I don't want him to say anything. I don't want him to get a little personal. I'm like, yo, Warlock, yo, you can't be saying that. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna mute the mic. So if I randomly mute the mic, you know why. Actually, I'll wait one chapter since that's when it happens. Okay, well, I don't know what's gonna happen one chapter, but we'll wait. Just what was the purpose of this island? Who lived here? Who built the strange tower? The closer Sunny got to Obsidian Tower, the more he was impressed by the graceful beauty, even though the pagoda was hidden in the depths of the sky below, where the very few creatures would have ever seen it. The unknown builder spent time to ensure that it replicated the magnificence of the ivory counterpart perfectly. It would have been breathtaking if it wasn't so menacing. Surrounded by nothing but emptiness and silence, the Obsidian Tower appeared ominous just by the virtue of existence. I am not scared at all. He did, however, was thinking about the one thing in particular. Which tower was really the replica and which one was the original? The beautiful... Oh, you think the one on top is a replica and the one here at the bottom is the original? The beautiful white pagoda that flowed high above in chained aisles, or the menacing black one that hid in the darkness below? Maybe he was going to find out. Soon, Sunny and Saint approached the tall gates of the Obsidian Tower. Nothing attacked them, and no frightening sounds came from inside, announcing that something that dwelled beyond the black gates was awakening in hunger. The pagoda was silent, just like the rest of the dark island. The strange thing, though, was that Sunny could not feel any shadows on the other side of the massive door. Not because there weren't any, but because the walls of the tower seemed to shield the interior from his shadow sense. A cold shiver ran down his spine. I have never encountered anything like this before, have I? Probably not. He hesitated, then approached the black door, summoned the moonlight shard, and scratched its surface. A layer of black dust fell down, revealing a much harder and even blacker surface beneath. The eye emoji is scary? A little bit scary. You don't know what's going to happen. Soot! The entire pagoda was covered in a thick layer of soot. He stood motionally for a bit, trying to understand what the menacing was there in this fact. Then simply shrugged and studied the ancient gate. The problem he was facing was that the gate didn't have a handle to open. Neither did it have a keyhole, a bell to ring, or a knocker to announce his arrival. How the hell am I supposed to open it? What chapter is easy on? 444. Oh my god, I didn't change scenes. We are on 444. Without Shadow Sense, he couldn't use Shadow Step to simply appear inside, so for the moment, Sunny was stuck. It would be very funny to travel all this way only to find out that I can't open a damn door, right? Slightly embarrassing, he looked at Saint and asked, any ideas? He didn't really expect for an answer from the taciturn demon, but to his surprise, the shadow stared at him for a few moments and then lowered her sword. Then she raised one hand and pointed to her eyes. Oh, you guys were using eye emojis. And pointed to her eyes. Sunny observed all of it in complete bewilderment, then blinked a couple of times. What does she mean? Then an idea came into his mind. Turning back to the door, he put on one hand of it and then shifted his gaze into a similar manner he did when looking beneath the surface. Is she telling him to wear Weaver's mask and look? Turning back to the door, he put on one hand on it, then shifted his gaze in a similar manner he did when looking beneath the surface of the memories to look at the spell weave. And there, beneath the obsidian surface of the tower's gate, he saw it. He saw a weave? It wasn't the weave of the ethereal threads he was used to seeing, though. Instead, it was a much cruder and more primitive version of it.
created from very physical diamond strings and stretched beneath the stone surface, creating a beautiful but simple pattern. Sunny had only seen this type of weave one time before inside Saint herself. Back when she was just an echo, he had noticed it hidden behind the radiant pattern of the spell weave. Oh, okay. I don't remember this. He had thought that it was what made the stone warriors alive in the first place. That it was created by the last child of the unknown in the cavernous halls of the dark domain. Do you have exploration music? We'll look at it. I got something. And that it might have been the precursor of the spell itself, or maybe an imitation of it. Was this tower built by the Lord of the Underworld too then? I'm sorry, we got Prince of the Underworld. No. Prince of the Unknown, Lord of the Underworld. There has to be an underworld. Like, the dark below has to be an underworld in some way, right? Then, Sunny hesitated for a moment. I didn't read what you said if it was a spoiler, but it's okay. Elden Ring music would fit too, in my opinion. We got Elden Ring music. Sunny hesitated for a moment, then moved his hands to a particularly bright knot of the diamond, weave, and sent a small amount of shadow essence into it. For a moment, nothing happened, and then the gates of the obsidian tower opened. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. We're in? We made it. So we made it to our objective. Let me update this and just keep reading. I got music. Hold up. I got something. I got something. Give me a sec. First, let me add this to my stream music playlist. I got something. Give me a sec. I got something to play. Hold up. Why the fuck did I add Piece of the Moon Glass? Did I add the trailer? Oh, no. Definitely can't play that. Video will get taken down. Yeah, definitely can't play that. Let me remove that. Oh, this is my mix. It's not even my music playlist. What the fuck? Wait, hold up. Okay, we're good. Alright, we're good. Easy, still on the same chapter he started. No. We are on 445 now. We have advanced one chapter. Shit, man. It's kind of hard to... Fuck, it is kind of hard to stream right now. It's like I'm walking on thin ice. This music is good. Thanks for listening to the chat. Always here for chat. You know what? I'm gonna put my earbud on this right side. So if I hear footsteps, I know what to do. Give me a sec. Oh no! One sec, I dropped the earbud. Why are you deleting mentions to me? I don't know. Hopefully it wasn't spoilers, but I think we're good. So this song's good. It fits. It's chilling. We're vibing with this song. Okay, I think we're good, right? All right. Chapter 445 is called Respite. Visible only to Sunny, the diamond weave beneath the surface of the gate ignited with ghostly light. Almost immediately, a thin vertical crack appeared in the ancient stone. Then the gate slightly opened and a gust of wind hit Sunny in the back. He took a few steps away, hiding behind Saint, and cautiously looked over her shoulder at the dark entrance. I'm sorry, he's hiding behind her? And the dark entrance, nothing was moving in the darkness. From what he could see, the interior of the obsidian tower seemed quite mundane. As soon as the gate opened, his shadow essence could finally penetrate the invisible barrier surrounding the graceful pagoda. It didn't detect any danger as well. It really did seem safe. He waited for a few moments and coughed and waved a hand in front of his face, trying to get the suit that he floated into the air away from it. Well, nothing to worry about, then let's go. Sunny glanced at Saint, lingered for a second, and added in a polite one. Oh, ladies first. Good for him. What a gentleman. The taciturn demon turned her head slightly, stared at him with one ruby eyes, and simply walked forward and stepped over the threshold of the ancient tower. Sunny waited for a few moments and followed. Tightly gripping the hand of the moonlight shard, he dove into the darkness that reigned behind the tall frame of the entrance, made a dozen steps forward, and found himself in a wide corridor that seemed to encircle the entire first level of the pagoda. The corridor stretched both far to the left and to the right. Here and there, Sunny could see large doors leading to different sizes rooms that were situated in the direction of the tower's outer wall, all the way to the bends of the corridor, and right in front of him was an intricate wooden gate decorated with beautiful engravings. Behind it was the central hall of the tower. Sunny hesitated for a bit, then pushed the wooden gate, which opened easily and revealed a vast chamber on the other side. That smell. His eyes widened. Behind the gate was a large hall and a very tall ceiling. As soon as the gate opened, glass lanterns ignited on its walls, filling the interior of the obsidian tower with ghostly blue light. There were various things in the hall, all of which demanded Sunny's attention, but what's gonna happen? There was a stand holding smith's tools and implements, all masterfully crafted from black obsidian and silver, a badly burned work table with scattering on beautiful soul crystals on its black surface, a stone wall with mysterious schematics cut into it and cuts themselves so smooth and deep that he couldn't even begin to imagine what left them behind, let alone the schematics described. Maybe it's the strings of fate, like physically on the wall. There were strange devices forged from silver and black steel, some of which reminded him of astronomical instruments, but also very mundane things like chairs, tables, and even something that resembled a very long bed. All of it was perfectly preserved and immaculate, with not to speak of dust anywhere, cleaner than even his own house in real world was. Despite the thousands of years that must have passed since the obsidian tower was visited last, it also felt slightly wrong. The size of everything was almost fit and used by a human, but slightly different. The shapes of the handles of all of the tools were slightly strange. The way of the pieces of furniture and equipment were arranged in space filled him with a slight feeling of unease, even though he didn't know why. But Sunny did dwell on this for too long, and neither did his gaze linger on any of these items. His attention was pulled towards one specific place. Not too far from him stood a simple wooden table, and on it was all kinds of delicious foods. Juice meat, freshly baked bread, succulent grapes, glass jars. I'm sorry, who's here right now if all this shit is here? Glass jars of exquisite wine, beautiful pots full of steaming tea, all of it waited for him as if served only a few seconds ago. I'm sorry. Why are we treating Sunny like royalty? What is going on? Sunny's mouth watered. How is this possible? This has to be an illusion, right? Covered in layers of suits, sweat, and blood, he walked towards the table. His boots left black markings on the pristine floor of the hall. Arriving at his destination, Sunny reached out and grabbed a piece of bread with his dirty hands and greedily devoured it. Then took one of the... That sounds dangerous. With dirty hands and greedily devoured it. Then took one of the intricate silver goblets and filled it with wine. The rest of the goblets clattered to the floor, throwing off the table by his careless movements. Not paying it any attention, Sunny gulped down the sweat and wine and laughed, sending breadcrumbs flying into the air. Ah, this is not bad, really. He would have preferred something without alcohol, but then again, the wine tasted so good. There's a wide grin on Sunny's face, but also dirty traces left by tears. His shoulders trembled. This really hits the spot. Oh, man. He was just aware of the fact that the food could have been full of poison, but didn't care too much. He was just too hungry, tired, and spent. His body and his soul was both hurt too much. He was at his wit's end. Refining his goblet and grabbing a piece of perfectly roasted meat, he wandered away from the table and took another look at the large hall. There's no one here, right, Sunny? No, there's no one here, right, Saint? The shadow silently walked behind him, vigilantly looking around and keeping the midnight shard ready. Alright, easy. I found the soundtrack, but I don't know if you'd like it. It's called Dance Bazaar 2. We can look it up. Is it like game music? If it's game music, it's safe to play. We'll see. Well, there was nothing to use it against. Sunny wandered for a minute or so and eventually stopped near a large bed covered with black, lavish furs. Dropping empty goblets on the floor, he hesitated a little and then climbed into the furs. Who's been sleeping in my bed? Sunny dismissed the puppeteer shroud and lowered his heavy head onto a soft pillow. He wanted to give Saint the command to stand guard, but there was no need. The taciturn demon was already doing exactly that. Before Sunny could think about something else, the exhaustion of the past few weeks took over his mind, and offering almost no resistance, it slipped easily into the embrace of darkness. He knocked out. The first thing Sunny ended up doing after discovering the Obsidian Tower and finding his way inside was falling on a bed and going to sleep. That's good for him. He slept well. Aw, so we got a happy ending. We made it. Hooray. Side. Next chapter. We made it. We did it. Oh, let me look up the song that you sent. Dance Bazaar. Or I can play this one also. This is a mixed playlist. This isn't my music playlist. The fuck is this? Oh, it's Digimon music? I think I looked up the wrong song. Yeah, no, we are at 4:46 now. No, I read 5 after the video that premiered a while ago. I read 5 chapters ahead. That video I did last night. Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, sorry. So that video isn't out, Amir. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, he didn't upload last 5 days. I think I'm dying. So the video that premiered was last night, right? Before I went to bed. But then I read like 5 more because I realized like, shit, I can't stream Monday and Tuesday. So I should record another video because I might not be able to stream Tuesday. So that way you guys can see something. But they canceled, so I'm able to stream a little bit today. But the second video I recorded before I went to bed, it's not premiering until tomorrow. That way, that was confusing. Yeah, so there's 5 chapters that have not been released. It's already uploaded. I haven't done the... you know what? I did the thumbnail. I'll probably schedule it when I end the stream. Yeah. I don't take my chances with anything Japanese related. Japanese related second strike. Yeah, I know. I don't play any anime music. I've played a few soundtracks like Cammy said Wiz was... They got like demonetized, right? But like the channel wasn't like striked or whatever, so it's safe. And I tend to not play Nintendo music. I play game music, right? But there's very specific game music I don't play. Yeah, like some Japanese music I don't play from video games, like Square Enix. Some are safe, but not all of them. Not all Nier songs are safe, but some are. But yeah. It's hit or miss. But some other game songs, they don't care. They think it's cool, right? Let me burp. And then we'll read. Suspense music. I hope this is kind of suspenseful. I'll raise it a bit for you guys. Keep it at 30 decimals. Do mods share with you some Shadow Slave edits? No, but I do have some Shadow Slave videos bookmarked that I haven't watched. And some Lord of the Mystery ones that I haven't watched either. But we'll be checking them out soon. Yeah. Theme, I mean, like, it would fit Ivory Tower. Does this song fit? We can play Hunter's Dream. Or we can play this one from Movie soundtracks? No, I can't play movie soundtracks. Movie soundtracks are just no good. Like, for me, the only safe music I've been able... No, you're okay. No, don't worry. The only thing I've never really been able to play is, I've only been able to play video game music. That's, like, the safest thing to play. It's, like, just default safe bet. But chapter 446, before we stall too long. Elden Ring fits perfectly. Yeah, we'll just play Elden Ring music. We're going to loop this song. Chapter 446 is called Relentless Destroyer. Sunny slept. Is he the Relentless Destroyer? Sunny slept for a long time, the exhaustion slowly leaving his battered body. After a while, though, his conscience rose from the deepest layers of slumber, summoned him back by the pain and thirst. With a sigh, he turned to his other side and tried to go back to sleep. After a few more hours of tossing and turning, though, Sunny was finally awoken by the loud sound of something crashing the floor. What is Saint doing? He reluctantly opened his eyes and sat up. As Sunny's weight shifted, the bed beneath him suddenly broke with a loud crack. He rolled onto the floor with a startled yelp. Huh? Standing up, Sunny looked at the broken bed and then at the hall of the obsidian tower, which was now submerged in darkness, and bewildered expression appeared on his face. The room he had entered before had gone through a dramatic transformation while he was asleep. The magical lanterns were now extinguished. What the fuck? Did I drop something? I'll fix that later. Oh my god, I skipped a place. I lost my place. The room he had entered before had gone through a dramatic transformation while he was asleep. The magical lanterns were now extinguished, and everything inside seemed dilapidated and decrepit, almost on the verge of crumbling to pieces. The magnificent tools and implements had rusted through, deformed the work bowl and collapsed under its own weight. That was the sound of which had awoken Sunny. The food he had enjoyed yesterday had turned to dust. The pristine condition of the hall was gone, and now it was full of darkness, debris, and dirt. What? It was as though eons had passed since he fell asleep. Oh, like his first nightmare when he saw, like, time pass? A cold feeling appeared in his chest. Have I slept for 1,000 years? Remembering fairy tales were similar to things often happen, Sunny felt a hint of horror, but then thought about it for a few moments and calmed down. No, he had not, judging by how much shadow essence he had accumulated in his cores. He slept for about 24 hours straight, which was a lot, but nowhere near 1,000 years. Saint, who was keeping watch nearby, also didn't look as if she had been guarding him for a few centuries. So we're good. Instead, it was the pagoda itself that had aged, as if an invisible seal that had kept it untouched by the passage of time for all those thousands of years was now broken, I assume, when Sunny opened the door. And the time was finally catching up with it. Can you make the Premier's members first? I guess. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe? I don't know if there's a way to premiere. I promise to watch it twice with a premiere stir. Because I don't know if there's a way to have it. Because I don't know how the videos do. Like, if it premieres as members and then it goes to, like, public. He does want to flex, huh? Wait, hold on, let me pause it. Serious talk. I've thought about that. But it's like, I don't know. Like, this is what I've been thinking. Like, because I've never tested it. When you premiere a video as members only, I don't know if it's technically already considered published, or if it's considered like it's not published because it's not public. I don't know. So if it's not considered public, then I think it's fine. I think it's okay. I'm not sure. I'll double check. I'll look into that, but I'm not entirely sure how that works. Time was more relentless destroyer after all. Sunny sighed with relief, then grimaced. Oh yeah, that is true. Time is the most relentless destroyer. The one thing you cannot escape is time. Sunny sighed with relief, then grimaced. Curses, I should have eaten more yesterday, much, much more. All that delicious food wasted. Shaking his head dejectedly, Sunny looked around and accessed his own state. His wounds were already much better than he had been before the day before. The burns were still rather painful, but within his capacity to endure without being slowed down in battle. Too much. A couple more days of rest and he would be close to being fully functional again. He was really hungry though, but that was going to have to wait. Summoning the moonlight shards, then he gave Saint the command to follow and went to explore the obsidian tower. Damn. It took Sunny about an hour to fully explore the first level of the ancient pagoda. Some of the doors in the outer corridor had collapsed and turned to dust. Some remained standing and required him to use a tiny bit of shadow essence to unlock them. Behind the doors were all kinds of rooms. Most of them were empty, suggested that the master of the tower had moved away for a long time ago, taking all the valuable things with him, while some contained weather debris and rust. Sunny spent a lot of time trying to understand what all these things had once been. But the damage done by the accelerated thing was too expensive to even guess. Such a shame. Feeling strangely disappointed, Sunny decided that it was time to move on to other levels of the tower. He still had to find the things that had pulled him towards this place, as well as hopefully some means of returning either to the Chained Isles or the real world. Are we getting lore? Lore eats? The idea of being... I don't think that's a spoiler. We're just getting more lore. Is that what's going to happen? The idea of being stuck on the island forever did not seem very appalling. We're going to lock in. All right, we're locking in, putting both earbuds on. Did not seem very appealing, especially now that there was no food anywhere around. Not finding anything interesting on the first level, Sunny decided to explore further. What are we going to find? I hope you guys can you guys hear the music, by the way? From the outside, it had seemed as though the obsidian tower had 6 layers, which really surprised Sunny. He had expected that there to be 7. However, after finding 2 stairwells, one stair leading up and the other down, he realized that there was an underground level 2, which explained this small discrepancy. Everything had to have... Oh, 7, I get it. Everything having to do with the spell in the dark realm had a tendency to be tied to the number 7, except the gods, or whom there had been only 6. No, I'm saying it. There's always been a 7th that we don't know about. I guess that's why they are called gods. No law can bind them, not even such a weird and random law are as all things coming in 7. Sunny looked up, then looked down, and decided to explore the underground level first. Smart. Letting Saint go ahead, he entered the spiral staircase and descended into the depths of the dark island. Unlike the ground level, the basement of the obsidian tower turned out to be one giant hall, and in it, Sunny recoiled. What the fuck did he find? For a second, it seemed as though hundreds of dismembered corpses were piled at the center of the hall, forming a morbid hill. But as Sunny took a step back and instinctively raised the moonlight shard, he realized that he made a mistake. The bodies piled in the center of the chamber were not that of people. Instead, they were dolls. What? Sunny's Order 1984. He's suppressing all the comments. Hundreds of broken porcelain dolls, each the size of a human, were discarded in the underground hall. Their fragile bodies were shattered and broken, lying there like abandoned toys. Some were missing limbs, some were left with gaping holes in their torso. Some had long ago turned into piles of small fragments with not even their faces remaining. But those faces did not remain. Sunny tilted his head, then glanced at Saint. Even Broken Doll had the same face, or rather all of its faces looked alike, as if they were all imperfect copies of the same original. Easy, do you remember? I don't know what I remember, but we undid it. They had the same flawless, inhumanly beautiful features the Saint had, only the craftsmanship behind the face of the Broken Doll seemed much less refined, as though the sculptor had not yet perfected his skill when creating them. I'm sorry, is this the creator of the Saint? Is this like the shadow god, the one that created them? They all look like Saint's lesser siblings. If Sunny even had doubts that the Obsidian Tower had once belonged to a certain underworld demon, now there was none. The last child... Oh, it's the last child of the Unknown's place. This was his palace. The last child of the Unknown had clearly spent some time here, was probably the one who had created the Black Pagoda in the first place. For some mysterious purpose, Sunny couldn't even begin to guess. Then, however, his attention was drawn to something else. The floor of the vast hall was covered by a thick layer of dust, which should have not been disturbed in a few thousand years, but it had been. A set of fleet footprints led all the way from the bottom of the stairs where Sunny was standing to the pile of broken dolls, circled it, and then mysteriously disappeared. Sunny stared at it for a few moments in surprise. Someone had entered the Obsidian Tower before me. Are we gonna meet Primal Fear? I'm sorry. Fuck, is this Chainsaw Man? We're meeting like the primordial fears? Is it like what is going on here? Like, are we meeting darkness? Is that what's gonna happen? Shit, was that that was a manga spoiler? Sorry, manga spoiler. Sorry, that was definitely a season 2 reference. I apologize for people waiting for Chainsaw Man. But chapter 447 is called primal fear. Sunny stared at the footprints for some more time, then frowned. How does this make any sense? I feel bad for the poor Chainsaw Man anime onlys that would get spoiled. It's not a spoiler. No. It's just hype. That manga panel has been going around for years. I'm pretty sure any anime fan has seen the thing. It's okay. It's all right. It's chill. Everybody calm down. It's okay. It wasn't a big spoiler. I just said a name. You guys be telling me names all the time too. You know, I get at least one accidental spoiler here and there. Okay, cut me some slack. We're doing it live, man. I can't edit this out. I don't got an editing team. All I got is this. And now we resume the recording. That's all I got. How does this make any sense? The Obsidian Tower had been sealed before he opened its gates. After he did so, the magic that had preserved everything inside was dispelled, which meant that those doors had not been opened in thousands of years. It wasn't that easy to gain entry into the pagoda to begin with, not even mentioning the fact that, wow, I'm gonna go get more coffee right now. I have iced coffee in the fridge. I'm gonna go get some right now. How could you? No. I didn't betray you guys. No. Sorry. I am a Chainsaw Man connoisseur. I slipped up. Sorry. That was a manga reference. I forget there are anime only people out there. I shall never do that again. Okay? I did have one friend that would always spoil me. And this person loved accidentally spoiling me. And I'm like, man, it's not cool. So I apologize for that. But I don't think it was that big of a spoiler, and I lost my place. Said he could only see the what? No, it wasn't that easy to gain entry into the pagoda to begin with. Not even mentioning the fact that one had to travel through the sky below and find the only rift in the boundless ocean of the divine flames. There was also the fact that the gate had been opened by pouring essence into the weave of the diamond strings beneath its surface. Said he could only see the weave and understand its meaning a little because his eyes had been transformed by the drop of Weaver's blood. He assumed that there were other awakened with similar abilities, but there had to be very, very few of them, and what were the chances that one would find their way to the Dark Island beyond the immolting sea of stars, which was hidden in the depths of this endless void? Not only that, right after Sunny. And how would they enter the pagoda without causing its seal to break? Just who was it that snuck into the Obsidian Tower unseen, and when? Oh my god, it's his fucking shadow. Wait a fucking second. It doesn't make sense for somebody else to be here. His fucking shadows. It's his fucking shadows. Or the saint. It's like, bro, the shadow god or whatever this fucking, the unknown last child, whatever the fuck this crazy lore implication shit is, it's living through Sunny. It's literally living through Sunny's shadows. Because he is such a unique sleeper that like nobody can do what he's doing, at least to my knowledge as of right now, that like they're probably living through his shadow. So when he's asleep, his shadows like because we know that Sunny doesn't have complete control of them. They have some form of like autonomy that kind of like he can't control, like when Saint fucking swallowed the fucking Black Knight on its own, the Dark Knight on its own. Like they have some autonomy, and autonomy. Oh my, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like that's from this last child of the unknown, or like I feel like it's from this. Just who was it that snuck into Obsidian Tower unseen, and when? Gonna go crazy before Sunny? Easy, I'm going crazy already. It had to have happened long before today. Sunny knew for a fact. Oh wait, no, long before today. Holy stall. Sorry, that wasn't stalling. That like a parasite. Thank you. That's what I said earlier. I was making that parasite reference. Just like who on the last video that you will see that premieres in the morning. Just who was it that stuck into Obsidian Towers unseen, and when? It had to have happened long before today. Sunny knew for a fact, and I am so wrong. Long before today, Sunny knew the fact that the Saint would have not let anyone come or go without waking him up. Neither would his shadows, even when he slept. Nope, I was so fucking wrong. That was a very crackpot theory. They were aware of the vigilance, so it could have happened at any point in the thousands of years since the tower had been abandoned by its rightful owner, Lord of the Stall. That wasn't a stall. We were theory crafting. Was my theory crafting that bad? For now, he had no answer. Feeling a little apprehensive, Sunny approached the pile of the broken dolls and studied them for some time. Saint came closer too and stared at them silently. Then she spoke, one with the tip of the midnight shard, and turned away indifferently, as if losing all interest in the porcelain mannequins. I guess she doesn't care too much about lesser versions of her. Saint repeatedly shown her disdain, towered things that seemed to be replicas of her kind. It had been the same with the Black Knight, and even with the walking colossus of the Forgotten Shore. Sunny clearly remembered how unimpressed his shadow had been with the awesome stone giant. Turning away from the broken doll, Sunny looked around and noticed that the walls of the chamber were lined with massive glass vessels. Some were whole and some were broken, but all were empty. The glass was black and opaque, covered with a thick layer of soot from the inside. Weird. Not finding anything else of interest of the underground level, he returned to where he had started and rested for a while, drinking water from the endless spring and trying to suppress his hunger. This place is so eerie. It was indeed the black tower that stood at the edge of the endless void of the darkness, empty and abandoned, with everything inside of it made out of nothing but an inhuman mind. It was not a very welcoming place, at least not for humans. Sunny stared at the ancient walls that surrounded him and wondered about the secrets of the past. After a while, he stood up and cautiously headed for the second level of the Great Pagoda. As soon as Sunny set foot on it, though, he instantly felt something was very wrong there. The feeling of deep, subtle, primordial terror he suddenly experienced. Oh shit, what the fuck is it? The feeling of deep, subtle, primordial terror he suddenly experienced was unlike anything he had known before, with the exception of perhaps of those few moments back on the Forgotten Shore when walking colossuses had lifted a giant three-eyed skull from the depths of the dark sea. That was fucking crazy. But here, this feeling was even more dire, even more invasive. What was it? What is this? Just like the underground level, this one consisted of only one great hall. The black walls rose high into the darkness, creating a magnificent and solemn atmosphere. At the center of it, cut in the obsidian floor, was a massive silver brazier. A brazier? I don't think I know what that is. Brazier. A portable heater consisting of a pan or stand for holding lighted coals. Oh, okay. In the middle. With a massive silver brazier, and in it, Sunny shredded and took a step back. Sunny was growing from bizarre, spreading outwards like a vile kind of rot. It had infected the very stone of the... What? Something was growing from the brazier, spreading outwards like a vile kind of rot. It had infected the very stone of the ancient tower, turning it into the semblance of repulsive black pulsating flesh. Ugh! What the fuck? The silver brazier... It's like alive and you can like see it and hear it. The silver brazier was infected by the terrifying growth too, its metal somehow becoming a part of it. It seemed as if everything would become absorbed by the transformed by the spreading corruption as long as it was touched by the harrowing growth. Entire worlds would be devoured by it, perhaps if given a chance. The thing slowly spreading from the ancient brazier felt like pure evil. Sunny shivered, gave Saint a signal to stay back, and shifted his gaze slightly. He was looking past spreading black flesh at the source of the harrowing infection. At the very center of the brazier, blackened by the flames that must have raged in it once, lay severed human arms. Well, it resembled that of a human at least. The arm was much longer than it should have been, and the hand had 7 fingers that ended with sharp claws. The rot seemed to be spreading from a terrible torn wound on the forearm to the charred and emaciated flesh and then outward to everything else around it. Despite the repugnant state of the severed arm, the cut that separated it and the shoulder seemed clean and perfectly smooth, as if delivered by a steady and unflattering blade. But Sunny was more affected in something else. A deep frown appeared on his face when he noticed it. In his mind's eye, the vile arm was radiating a blindly bright, overwhelming, beautiful golden radiance. It was awash in the light of divinity. A frightening thought appeared in Sunny's head. Can it be? In front of him, stricken by harrowing rots, was a severed arm of a deity. What the fuck? It was awash in the light of divinity? Can it be? In front of him, stricken by the harrowing rot, was a severed arm of a deity. It was also the reason why fate had brought him to this lost and forgotten corner of the abyss. The fucking strings of fate took him to this severed arm of a deity? The golden needle? Oh my god, he found a fucking golden... It's like he found a golden needle in a stack of haystack. My god, you know the saying. That's literally what he found. The golden needle in this giant haystack. Oh, I get it. I get the analogy. The whole sky below is the giant barn full of haystack. And this severed deity's arm is the golden needle. All fucking right. Let's keep reading. You guys said at least get a 51, right? All right. All right, all right, all right. We should be good. 4 more chapters, I think we'll be good. Yeah, we'll be fine. Or I might just cliffhanger you guys and stop at a 50. Don't tempt me. I'll fucking do it. I'll fucking do it, man. Don't tempt me. I'll fucking do it, man. I'll do it for fucking fun. I'll just do it to make you guys wait another day. Well, you guys are gonna wait 2 days because I won't be able to stream tomorrow. We'll see what happens. We'll see how we'll see we're feeling corrupted or evil enough to tease you guys. Don't be like G3 and give us cliffhangers. Hey. I gotta give you guys at least one cliffhanger here and there, you know? Maybe this is gonna be a good cliffhanger. Yeah, man, I thought you got spoiled. Once you'll go, okay. No, don't worry, I haven't been spoiled. Hold up, let's keep reading. Let's keep reading. Chapter 448. Am I recording? Yeah, chapter 448 is called Golden Needle. Sunny stared at the severed arm of the unknown deity, at the harrowing profane, not rot spreading from it. Then he tiredly rubbed his face. Why can't anything ever be easy? He was sure that his fate was somehow connected to that arm, which meant that he was going to have to get to it somehow. But Sin was also sure that there weren't enough rewards in all of the universe to make him go anywhere near that rot, let alone touch something infected by it. He had the feeling that this thing was... he has bloodweave. He had the feeling that this thing was way out of its league. In fact, he suspected the divine being had ruthlessly severed their own arm. They purposely cut off their own arm. Sever their own arm because even someone as powerful as that had no means to resist the spreading corruption. What was Sunny supposed to do then? What? Oh. Something was corrupting it and he had to cut it off. Well, trying to aim as far from the rod as possible, he studied it for a while. Bro, this is like... Some people said Volume 3 was kind of like, yo, y'all tripping, bro. There's been some crazy ass fucking world building in this volume. Yeah, sure, it hasn't been as action packed, but there's been some crazy ass like lore revelations. Trying to remain as far from the rod as possible, he studied it for a while before coming to a strange conclusion, or rather a strange question. If the corruption was so terrible, then why had it not spread through the entire tower? Why had it only managed to crawl a few meters out of the silver brazier, turning a small portion of the second level of the pagoda into its flesh? Maybe it's spreading from the flesh, but the flesh only has so much range that it can't go more? Pagoda into its flesh. Scratch that. Why didn't the whole island become one giant chunk of rotten black whatever the hell that thing is? The answer was not hard to guess. It was because the rot, just like everything else inside of the tower, had been sealed away from time for thousands of years. This reminds me of those crazy ass levels at the end of Dead Space when fucking you see all the weird, ugly ass shit. Scratch that. Why did the whole island just become one giant chunk of rotten black, whatever the hell that thing is? The answer was not hard to guess. It was because of the rot, just like everything else inside of the tower, had been sealed away from time for thousands of years. Oh, and because he broke the seal, it's spreading. And now that Sunny had broken that seal, his frown deepened and glanced at the silver hearth that was overgrown and had become a part of it, spreading that rot. Now that there was only two possibilities, time was going to catch up to the devouring corruption, and it was either going to slowly consume everything or starve and die. Volume 3 is peak lore. Yep, Volume 4. Volume 4 is fire, though. I'm excited, bro. Could that thing last for thousands of years with nothing to feed on except for cold stone? Did it need to feed on flesh and souls, or would anything do? I guess I'm going to find out. Keeping an eye on the patch of harrowing rot, Sunny tried to suppress his fear and took a step forward. It didn't seem like the rot was spreading, at least not yet. In any case, he was going to get closer to it, but he also knew that if the worst happened, he had no tool at his disposal, and that would have saved him. If that thing began to grow, slowly spreading across the whole of the Obsidian Tower, and then across the whole island, Sunny was simply going to die. Probably jump down into nothingness and avoid becoming a part of that. I don't think we should do that. That's a bad thing. I think we should face whatever's up here. Become a part of that thing. That was nowhere else. There was nowhere else to retreat into the sky below, after all. And he doubted that he would be able to find a second secret island out there in the void. So his only hope was to find something inside of the pagoda to save him. He had to explore further, plus there was a possibility that the rod would swiftly wither and die. Not that Sunny would bet on it. Pressing his back against the cold obsidian, Sunny dismissed the saint and skirted around the outer wall of the great hall until he reached a staircase that led higher. Oh, so Oh, I thought we're first level. So we're in the second level. Now we're going to the third level. Leading to the third level, there he summoned the Taciturn demon again, hesitated for a bit, and then left one of his shadows to keep an eye on the devouring rot. Feeling irrational panic at the thought of turning his back to the silver brazier, Sunny gritted his teeth and then cautiously ascended to the sparring stairs. As soon as the terrible thing disappeared from view, he let out a relief sigh and realized that his entire body was covered in cold sweat. Raising a trembling hand, Sunny wiped his face and then continued to climb higher. Saint, being by his side, gave a little confidence at least. The shadows seemed absolutely unperturbed by the horrific visage they had left behind. I bet fear can't even fit into that stone head of hers. Do shadows have the ability to be afraid? He didn't know whether or not Saint could feel fear, but the gloomy shadow certainly could. In fact, being behind its haughty exterior, it was rather cowardly. He was sure that the bastard would have been trembling all over if not for the fact that it was currently wrapped around his body. Trying to distract himself with these thoughts, Sunny entered the third level of the obsidian tower and froze, dumbfounded by what he saw. One sec. We're good. I see. Wait, no. What the hell am I looking at? The chamber he found himself in was smaller than the previous 3 halls he had explored. Mostly because the pagoda narrowed the higher it went, but also because the level was separated into several chambers. And in that chamber in particular, dozens of porcelain arms floated in the air. They're in the air? The chamber he found himself in was smaller than the previous 3 halls he had explored. Basement, floor 1 and 2. Got it, 3. Because the pagoda narrowed the higher it went, but also because the level separated into several chambers. And in that chamber in particular, dozens of porcelain arms floated in the air, each at a different level of being dismembered into tiny parts. It was as though someone had stolen them from the pile of broken dolls in the basement of the obsidian tower and then brought them here to do what exactly? Sunny said, what's with the dolls? Sunny stared at the floating garden and disassembled arms, and then walked closer. He felt as though he was in some bizarre anatomy museum. As it turned out, the porcelain dolls were much more complex than he had thought. In their disassembled state, their limbs showed how intricate the design was and how many moving parts went into... I am theory crafting, and I will save it for the end. Yeah, what's up? What's up? Long time no see. I am theory crafting on what these porcelain dolls were. How is this related to the saint? What is going on? I will talk about it at the end. As I lose my place, let me find my place. Sunny stared at the floating garden and disassembled arms and then walked closer. He felt as though he was in some bizarre anatomy museum. As it turned out, the porcelain dolls were much more complex than he had thought. In their disassembled state, their limbs showed how intricate the designs were and how many moving parts went into making each one as functional and artificial as that of a human. The joints in particular seemed like a marvel of engineering. Not to mention the incredibly delicate weave of the diamond strings beneath. Even spell-tech automatons could not boast of the level of ingenuity and intricacy. But why were these arms brought here and taken apart? Who had done it? The Prince of the Underworld himself. It didn't... Oh, it is. The Prince of the Underworld himself. It didn't look like it. Why would he need to study his abandoned creations? It is all because clearly when Sunny reached a stone pedestal standing at the far end of the chamber and saw a faint golden light... That's what we're going to. Saw a faint golden light emanating from a small object laying on it. On the surface of the table were numerous parts that had been scavenged from the disassembled porcelain arms, several skeins of beautiful diamond strings, and a long, narrow needle. It was the needle that gave off a faint, weak radiance. The golden needle. Chapter drop. Sunny looked at the needle, then glanced at the floating porcelain arms, noticing that the first time each was missing a part or two. Finally, different pieces of information connected in his mind, and he felt that he understood something about what had transpired in the obsidian tower. I'm sorry, is this golden needle the thing that's attaching all of them together? Transpired inside the obsidian tower. Sometime after the Prince of the Underworld had left this hidden island, perhaps years or perhaps thousands of years, an uninvited guest had snuck into the Black Pagoda like a thief, somehow getting past the closed gates without even opening them or disturbing the soul that had been preserved this place for them being ravished by time. That thief was a divine creature themselves, and also horribly wounded. One of their arms had been torn open, and So the torn arm was the intruder, the divine intruder. Also horribly wounded, one of their arms had been torn open and infected by the spreading rot that no one, not even a deity like them, could expel. That was why the thief had severed their infected arm, maybe because he grabbed the golden needle. That was because the thief had severed their infected arm at the shoulders and tossed it into the divine flame that had been burning in the silver brazier of the second level, and then went down to the basement to collect limbs for the broken porcelain doll to find a replacement. It was then that the deity had circled the pile of them and left the footprints in the dust for Sunny to notice. That makes sense. At the end, the thief ascended to the third floor and fashioned a new arm for themselves. Got it. From the parts of the prince's discarded mannequins, and then sewn it onto their body with diamond strings threaded through a sharp needle. This is gonna be a crazy ass fight. Whenever we find this mysterious fucking deity that snuck into the Obsidian Tower, we're gonna know who it is when we find this crazy diamond-like obsidian mannequin arm. Oh, it's gonna be a crazy ass fight, huh? That was the needle Sunny was currently staring at. I skipped a sentence. The thief was a divine creature themselves and also horribly wounded. It was a deity that had circled the pile of them and left the footprints in the dust for Sunny to notice. In the end, the thief had ascended to the third floor, fashioned a new arm for themselves from the part of the prince's discarded mannequins, and then sewn it onto their body with the diamond strings threaded through a sharp needle. I'm seeing a lot of spoilers. We gotta be careful, guys. Hold up. I know we're getting a little bit excited. Let's just wait until 51. Let's just see what happens. Through a sharp needle. That was the needle Sunny was currently staring at. The divine light on it was emitted by the remnant traces of the thief's blood still left on its surface. But who was the thief, and why was Sunny connected to their severed arm by golden string of fate? Sunny hesitated for a few moments, then reached for the needle, but suddenly froze. The shadow left behind to monitor the herring rot had noticed something. The black ulcer's flesh was changing. It's from now on, I will actually time out. Oh, was there a big spoiler? So it's changing. Are we going to be fighting this? The black ulcer's flesh was changing? Thousands of years of hunger. Oh, shit. Is this going to be some crazy-ass Foggy Town incident for our fellow LOTM readers? Or the MC has to fight this harrowing flesh? I'm back. Welcome back. Okay, gonna chill? Okay. I want to call the missus in here, chat. I want to call the missus, but let me read a little bit more. Because I want to see what time we're watching Game of Thrones. Because today we're going to watch Game of Thrones. We're going to go for a run. Okay, we won't check chat. We're going to go for a run. No, I want to ask if she wants to watch a Game of Thrones before our run. And after our run, we're going to spend time with the dogs. And after we spend time with the dogs, we're going to play pickleball. And then we're going to go to bed early so we can wake up at 4 a.m., get ready to work out and exercise before 9 to 5s, and then spend time together after 9 to 5s. And hopefully after we spend time together, I can go live. If the renovations are done and we are out. But we will have to wait and find out till tomorrow. But that's why we want to do this. Did Amir do anything wrong? I don't know what happened. Maybe spoilers? I'm not sure. We'll find out. I'll let you guys talk about it. I'll let you guys choose. I don't know what happened. Okay, but I'm going to try to not look at chat too much right now. I'm going to try to not look at chat too much, just in case. Let me get some water, and let's keep reading. Holy shit, there's 51 of you guys here. Thank you. Chapter 449 is called 1,000 Years of Hunger. Here we go. Sunny faced the stairwell and stood motionless, looking at the black rot through his trembling shadow. Sensing something, Saint turned around. The tip of her sword hesitantly rose into the air. She's fucking scared. The next few moments were going to decide whether he was going to live or die, or maybe be condemned to a fate much worse than death. One level lower, the herring corruption that had been spreading from the severed arm of a deity was moving. The black ulcer's flesh was rising and falling as if the throes of death or transformation. Sunny gritted his teeth, waited a few seconds, and they breathed out with immeasurable relief. Dying, it's dying. It's dying, it's dying. It felt as though he had been sentenced to execution, only for a pardon to arrive at the last possible moment when the rope was already pressing on his neck. Indeed, the terrifying rot was withering as thousands of years that had passed since it was locked in the obsidian tower caught up with it. The devouring corruption appeared to be dying of starvation. The stone surface assimilated into the convulsed and wriggled. As if consumed by the pain, the silver brazier was melting. The growths of the bulbous black flesh were slowly receding, their color turning ashen. The process was slow, but at the edge of the patch of corruption, the rot was already turning into wisps of darkness, which then disappeared without a trace. As tension left Sunny's body, he couldn't help but sway a little. Good, something has gone my way at least. Before, he could have been considered his options and finding no possible way to escape from the rot. If it was start... Oh my god, I can't read! Before he had been considering his options and finding no possible way to escape from the rot, it was to start spreading. He had considered trying to damage it with the broken oath, but doubted that anything awakened memory could do without work, considering that even the original owner of the severed finger had restored to severing their limbs, completely insisted of trying to destroy the spreading corruption. He had also entered the idea of using Crusade, which was now infused with divine flame. Oh, and then we can take it out. But something told Sunny that this massive brazier was rot had taken root, had once been full of it too. That was apparent from how charred and severed arm of the transient deity was. If even thousands of years of burning and annihilation, divine flames couldn't destroy or stop the black rot, then what hope did he have? In the end, though, the corruption had destroyed itself. Neither the divine flame nor actual deity had been able to damage the black rot, but its hunger and the relentless nature of time were, thank gods. Sunny inhaled deeply and tiredly closed his eyes. The corruption was slowly dying. Pieces of it was slowly disappearing, bit by bit. All that was left behind was a damaged stone and the memory of the primordial horror. He grimaced, but also damned the gods. Why would they allow such a thing to exist? Yeah, what the fuck is it, bro? Shaking his head, Sidney wiped the sweat off his face, then turned around and walked back to the stone pedestal. Reaching with one hand, he picked up the long, sharp needle and stared at it for some time. The needle seemed to have been made out of polished iron, but due to the traces of divine blood absorbed by it, the cold metal had assumed a faint golden shine. Sunny looked at it for a long time, trying to understand if this was a mundane item or some mystical artifact. I assume it's a mystical artifact. I understood the reference. In the end, he had to admit that he had no clue. The needle did not turn into a memory like Weaver's mask had. No? Oh shit, so it's not gonna be like a Weaver's golden needle or some shit like that? I thought that's what we were gonna get. This needle did not turn into a memory like Weaver's mask had. He didn't see any spell weave inside of it either. However, the needle also didn't feel like a simple object. It was strange. Is it like a living thing? He thought for a bit, then summoned the Covette's coffers and carefully placed the needle inside it. The skeins of the diamond strings also went in, easily disappearing into the gluttonous box. I will have time to study it later. With that, Sunny hesitated for a bit, then reluctantly headed back toward the second level of the Great Pagoda. He was going to watch the herring rot die. Very crazy, okay. He was going to watch the herring rot die and then suddenly try to approach the severed hand of the mysterious deity. Some time later, Sunny was sitting on the lower step of the stairs leading to the Great Hall, staring at the massive brazier in its center. What was left on it, to be precise? A new memory? Maybe. The destroying corruption took its sweet time dying. Even the hunger of 1,000 of years could not destroy it so easily. It seemed the black flesh writhed and pulsated, disappearing little by little. Oh, that's... Divine fried rice? What did I just read? Oh, that wasn't a spoiler. Divine fried rice. The devouring corruption took its sweet time dying. Even the hunger of 1,000 of years could not destroy it so easily. It seemed the black flesh writhed and pulsated, disappearing little by little. Several times, veins of rot tried to spread outwards, clearly sensing the presence of living beings nearby and lustrous to absorb it. But the profane infestation was too weak to overcome the entropic power of starvation. The silver brazier reminds me of the silver bell. Maybe. The silver brazier, which had long ago become a part of the horrid corruption, melted and fell apart, then disappeared into wisps of pure darkness. Soon it was clear that the rot was not long before this world. All that remained from this vile flesh were a few growths infused into severed arms itself. Staring at the disintegrating rot, Sunny felt both deep primordial fear and a strange compulsion to try and damage it in little hopes of being credited for the kill by the spell. Who knew what reward he would receive? But in the end, Sunny remained still. Oh shit. Firstly, because he wasn't even sure that the corruption would be acknowledged by the spell as a creature. Oh, probably not. It didn't really know if that thing was alive, for the lack of a better word, but if it was an entity, a process, or a manifestation of some profane law that he didn't know of. Maybe a redacted question mark law that he doesn't know about. Secondly, because he was absolutely unwilling to approach the rod, even now that it was dying, he wasn't even willing to let his memories get anywhere near it. The memories were connected to his soul. Smart move. I was like, bro, just use your memories. That makes sense. The memories were connected to his soul after all. Who knew if that thing was capable of spreading to a memory and then to his very soul through the invisible link? That makes more sense. So Sunny simply sat silently and waited. After a while, the corruption finally died. The charred flesh of the severed arm became ashen, crumbled into dust, and finally disappeared into wisps of deep, impenetrable darkness. All that remained was the empty hall, patched and mangled obsidian in its center, a single piece of pristine alabaster bone shining with blinding golden radiance. A sole phalanx of a finger. Sunny waited for a few minutes, gathered his courage, then sighed and stood up. He glanced at the small bone, scrawled, and walked towards it. It was time to see what fate had in store for him. Oh, shit. And this is where we end today's stream. I'm joking. We'll keep going. 57 minutes. Update this up here. I got you guys. Did I get anybody want to say that? Don't you dare end. I was joking. I got you. I got you. That was a joke. That was engagement bait. Chapter 450 is called Alabaster Phalanx. Phalanx? Did something happen? I was about to read it. I was about to read it. All right. I don't know if that was a spoiler. We can talk about it after. Okay. Chapter 450 is called Alabaster Phalanx. Sunny stepped into the patch of the mangled obsidian and slowly approached the Alabaster Phalanx, then kneeled beside it and lingered, studying its golden shine. He was trying to determine if any sign of the harrowing rot remained, but also felt pulled towards the radiant bone and found it hard to look away. All of this insanity just for a little piece of bone. What secrets does this hold? Well, this is going to be some crazy-ass god-tier bone, huh? He hesitated for a moment, then reached down and picked up the phalanx. Sunny had instinctively expected it to crumble into a torrent of white sparks and hear the spell proclaiming that he had acquired a new memory. Just like what had happened with Weaver's Mask, the memory being perhaps another drop of each orb, but nothing of the sort happened. The bone felt cold and smooth to the touch. There was still marrow inside, wet and infused with bright golden radiance. Sunny tilted his head, stumped. What was he supposed to do now? In hindsight, the fact that the phalanx was not going to turn into memory was rather sensible. Obvious even. After all, memories were simply copies of real items recreated by the spell. Just like echoes were copies of actual creatures or items conjured by it from scratch following some unknown principle. This, however, this was a real deal. The alabaster bone had nothing to do with the spell. It was a recreation. It wasn't a that makes sense. It wasn't a recreation. It was the original. Sunny frowned, feeling unsure about how he was supposed to proceed. Then a certain scene suddenly appeared in his mind. Back in the ruined cathedral of the Dark City, Saint stood above the rusted remains of the Black Knight, and when she... Is Sunny supposed to digest it? Wait. Wait. Is Sunny thinking of eating the phalanx? He's thinking of eating the alabaster phalanx. He's gonna go, bleh, right? Because it's the original. It's not a copy. It's not a memory or an echo. Like, it's the original, so you have to digest the original. Then a certain scene suddenly appeared in his mind. Back in the ruined cathedral of the Dark City, Saint stood above the rusted remains of the Black Knight, holding a black gem in her hand. Mrs. is calling. 1 sec. All right, we're back. We're back. Whew, sorry, we're good. Just finished this chapter. Yeah, I had to take a phone call. So let me reread this because we did take a phone call for a while. Then a certain scene suddenly appeared in his mind. Back in the ruined cathedral of the Dark City, Saint stood above the rusted remains of the Black Knight, holding a black gem in her hand. With a hint of some dark emotion burning in her ruby eyes, she raised the gem to her mouth and bit into it. So now Sunny's gonna fucking do that? Before he could fully process the implications of this image, Sunny followed a strange instinct without allowing himself to time to think about it. No, he just fucking did it on instinct. He just did it on instinct? Before he could fully process the implications of this image, Sunny followed the strange instinct without allowing himself time to think about it. He opened his mouth, put the phalanx inside, and swallowed it. What? He blinked a couple of times. What did I just do? What? Sunny stared at the empty hand in which the divine bone had just been a few seconds ago with wide eyes. And then it was as though a furious fire ignited his chest. Crap. Oh my god, he's gonna fucking level up. He's gonna level up? Did we just skip a whole fucking tier? Wait, because when Saint did that, she had like an actual change. Like she ascended and went to the next rank. Like she went up a tier. Is the same thing gonna happen to Sunny, where like he's gonna like have to like go in rest mode, and then he wakes up, he's like at a whole new level? Sunny tumbled to the floor. Oh, here we go. Crap. Sunny tumbled to the floor, feeling a harrowing pain permeate his entire being. It was the unbearable agony he knew and remained all too well. The feeling of his very nature being forcibly changed into something that it was never meant to be, that nothing was ever meant to be, or maybe simply not allowed to. It was the opposite of the euphoric sense of a rebirth of the awakened experience after completing the first nightmare, or returning from the dream realm for the first time. This feeling of the whole body being torn apart and reassembled, only to be torn apart once more. Here we go again. The torture suffering he had experienced was very similar to what he had gone through after consuming the drop of Weaver's blood, but I assume a lot worse. Back then, you're 2,558 today? Damn. Back then, it had felt as though every muscle, every fiber, every molecule in his body were destroyed and recreated over and over again, becoming slightly different with each time. The agony had been especially excruciating when it came to his eyes, which had felt as though two white hot rods were inserted into them. This time was different. The pain was concentrated in the spine and his bones and the marrow permeating them. His fingers in particular felt as though they were molten incandescent liquid metal flowing through them. Sunny shrieked, "Damn it, god damn it all." It hurt so much. However, the torture did not last as long as it had back in the branches of the soul-devouring tree. After a few more minutes, Sunny felt the blood weave suddenly come alive and rush through his veins, absorbing the harrowing heat and then carrying it to every cell of his body. Slowly but surely, the pain lessened, but the process of transformation continued. Sunny sprawled on the floor, covered in sweat and breathing heavily. He could feel himself changing. It was a strange and extremely unpleasant sensation, one sufficed with a feeling of profound wrongness, but not as devastating, excruciating as it had been just a few seconds ago. Hell, that was rough. His voice was hoarse and creaky. Sunny glanced to the side and noticed Saint, who was standing silently above him, looking away with cold indifference. Such heartlessness, no sympathy at all. At least the happy shadow seemed very concerned about him. Oh, at least he cares, right? Or itself. It was pacing It was pacing nervously, turning to Sunny from time to time and timidly offering it encouragement. It's like, get it, you can do it. The gloomy shadow was currently wrapped around his body, so couldn't offer any feedback. He had no doubt that it would have just mocked him. Oh shit, I skipped down too much. Hold up. He had no doubt? Fuck. Hold up. Where was I? Alright, I found my place. The gloomy shadow was currently wrapped around his body. I lost my place for reading it. So he couldn't offer any feedback. He had no doubt that it would have just mocked him anyways. The jolly guy is really irritating. I would rather be mocked, curse it all. Gritting his teeth, Sunny closed his eyes and endured the unpleasant feeling of his body being demolished and reconstructed as best as he could. After a long while, he felt like an eternity. It was finally over. A deep feeling of relief spread, so we can end stream after this chapter, right? A deep feeling of relief spread through Sunny's body. It felt more solid somehow, strong, firm, resilient. Just what have I? Here we fucking go. He's ascended. The voice of the spouse suddenly thundered in solemn dark call, interrupting his thoughts. Was he imagining it, or had there been a note of dark excitement in it? One of your attributes have evolved? Fuck is this? One of your attributes have evolved. You have acquired a new attribute. You don't say. Sunny shrugged to sit up and then hurriedly summoned the runes. What have I done to myself this time? The runes shimmered in the air in front of him, and Sunny quickly looked at the clusters describing his attributes. Attribute fated. What the fuck is this? Embers of it. What? So he not only had. I'm sorry. How did fated evolve? Has it always been fated? Attribute. It's always been fated. So this is a new one. Embers of Divinity was because of Nephis. You can end when you want. It's up to you. Attributes fated embers of divinity. Wait, what? This was new. He concentrated on the embers of divinity and studied the strings of runes. Attribute description: deep within your soul, an ember of divinity shines, almost ready to rub into a radiant flame. Huh, so I have an even higher affinity to divinity now. Makes sense. He had just swallowed a phalanx of an actual deity after all. Impatient Sunny. Oh, and Nephis is seeing this shit too. She can read this shit whenever she wants. He had just swallowed a phalanx of an actual deity after all. Impatient Sunny turned back to the list of attributes where 3 more remained. The first 2 he had knew all too well. Child of Shadows, Bloodweave. But the third one was new. At the very end of the list, several new runes appeared. Sunny held his breath and read, Attribute Boneweave. Fuck does that mean? Is it like if Bloodweave is able to stop him from spilling blood or his cuts, does the Boneweave just make him less likely to be like dismembered? Is that what that is? Like, Bloodweave keeps you from spilling blood, and now Boneweave makes you like fucking immune. So like once they gash into you, Bloodweave is not gonna let you bleed, but now Boneweave doesn't let the bone get cut? That's what I'm reading. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. Let's be serious. Do we stop here or do we keep going? Because I do need to go with the misses right now. Earthbending till my bones decay. I like, but like, bone bending is cool, but air bending, man, we can like, we can fly. We can fly. Another lineage. Read one more. All right. Yes and no. All right. We'll read one more. All right. I'm easily peer pressured. All right. You guys win. All right. Stop. All right. We'll stop. You can stop if you want. Read one more. Stop. All right. The outskirts rat no longer has weak bones. The outskirt rat no longer has weak bones. Bone banding. Oh man. All right. You know what? Fuck it. You have no choice. Fuck it. We'll read one more. I'm easily peer pressured. Boneweave. Man, this guy has some crazy ass osteoporosis. Man, he be drinking that milk like no tomorrow. He will never be affected by osteoporosis until the day he dies. He is immune as fuck. Chapter 451. Motherfuckers, making me read one more. Motherfuckers. No, I'm kidding. I love you all. 107. We'll just do it at 50. It's just a chill 8 minutes. Chapter 451 is called Boneweave. Sunny let the sound of it echo in his mind, overwhelmed by a feeling. Oh, I get it, because he ate a bone phalanx, Boneweave. That makes sense. Sunny let the sound of its echo in his mind, overwhelmed by a feeling of savage joy. He didn't know what the attribute gifted him yet, but was certain that it would be something special. The Bloodweave had saved his life so many times after all. After all, his encounter with a mordant mimic, he learned that having strong bones was as important as having tenacious bones. Oh shit, you're right. Dude, this dude suffered from a broken arm. He's no longer gonna deal with that shit. Oh, that makes so much sense. Like, this dude was out cold for a few days because he had a fucking bandage his fucking broken arm. Now he's chill. He learned that having strong bones was important as having tenacious blood. Shifting his gaze away from the runes, he stared at one of his hands, then made a fist. This was the arm that had been shattered by the vile creature, then slowly healed while he was falling into the sky below. Even though Sunny had already been able to use it for the past few days, it used to feel weak, awkward, and slightly damaged. But now it was as good as new. More than that, actually, it was better than that. Even all of his bones felt much more durable. It felt much more durable and resilient, stronger. His joints seemed to be slightly more agile too. His teeth felt as though they could crush stones and cut through steel. What the fuck? The strangest change, however, happened to his fingers. It wasn't very apparent though. On the surface, it simply felt as though they had grown subtly more sensitive. The tactile feeling of touching things became deeper and richer. However, Sunny suspected, I'm sorry, is he like fucking Spider-Man now? He can like crawl on walls? However, Sunny suspected the true change was more profound. He just didn't know what it was exactly. Bloodweave had altered his eyes in a very fundamental way, so Boneweave had to have a lot of promises. He ran his fingers across the soft surface of Puppeteer Shroud, vividly feeling the skeleton fabric slide against his skin. Neat. Then Sunny stretched his limbs, sensing their newfound agility. He was already weirdly limber due to practicing Shadow Dance, which demanded the utmost level of fillability from practitioner's body. Now, however, it was even further enhanced. Satisfied, Sunny turned back to run the runes and read, Attribute Boneweave. Attribute description, you have inherited a part of Weaver's forbidden lineage. Oh my goodness. You have inherited a part of Weaver's forbidden lineage. Your bones have been altered and imbued with steadfast temperance. He tilted his head, stunned by somewhat expected, but still profoundly fascinated in piece of information he had just received. Weaver's legacy. So the severed arm had actually belonged to the mysterious demon of fate. It was Weaver who had snuck into the... Oh. It was Weaver who had snuck into their siblings' tower while bearing a terrible wound, sliced off their rotting limb, and then fashioned a new one from the parts scavenged from the broken porcelain dolls before sewing it onto their body with diamond strings. It was Weaver's footprints that Sunny had seen in the basement of the Great Obsidian Pagoda. He trembled. Even though Sunny had seen many incredible things and... I'm sorry, so we know there's a way out. Because we know where he dies. Like, we know with Weaver R.I.P., right? So there's a way out of here. If he got out of that, he can get out of this. Demon of Fate, wait, even though Sunny had seen many incredible things and lived through many unlikely events, both wondrous and terrifying, he suddenly felt awe. It was as though he was suddenly in the presence of divinity. Demon of Fate had been to this dark island, had walked the same halls that Sunny walked, and breathed the same air. The sharp needle infused with the remnant traces of their blood was currently inside his storage memory, as well as... Fuck, he's leveling up. As well as the diamond strings that he had used to sew a new arm to their body. Unlike the miraculous black mask, the needle was not a memory either. It was an actual thing, but most of all, Sunny had swallowed a phallic spawn of the divine being in question. Crazy, this is crazy. He blinked a few times, then suddenly thought, was this how Nephis felt when she first met Kai? I wonder. What do you mean, when she first met Kai? Oh, because Kai is a celebrity. He's like, what the fuck? He's like, are you Nightingale? I wonder, what a random and ridiculous thought. Then a slight frown appeared on his face. Why would Weaver secretly come to their younger brother's abandoned workshop? What was the harrowing rot that had been spreading from their wound, and what manner of creature could have wounded them so terribly? Yeah, I want to know now. What could even damage a deity? Sunny had so many questions. Luckily, the description of Boneweave was not over. Several strings of runes still remained. He concentrated and read. When the children of the unknown rebelled against the gods, Weaver was the only one to refuse the call of war. Despised and haunted by both sides, they disappeared. No one knew where Weaver went and what they did until it was too late. Until they did? Well, I'm thinking Weaver's a guy. We don't know, right? Because Weaver's mask was able to hide any traces of, like... Right? Weaver was able to hide any traces of, like... male or female, height, age, race. Like, all that is unknown. So, for all we know, Weaver's a woman. Oh, okay, that's crazy. I forgot about that. No one knew where Weaver went and what they did until it was too late. Sunny shivered. A few things became more clear from this short description. Firstly, it cemented his suspicion that at some point in time, the 7 daemons, 7 total daemons, so Weaver's one of 7. The brothers' workshop is the second of 7, and there's allegedly 5 more out there, alive or dead, that we don't know of. Okay? At some point in time, the 7 daemons, children of the mysterious unknown, who are also strangely described as having created themselves, had waged war against the gods. Or rather, 6 of them. Oh, wait. 6 of them, since Weaver apparently decided to not join either of them inside in this conflict. Secondly, Weaver's reluctance to participate in the war had landed them in big trouble with both the gods and the other daemons. Unsurprisingly, one side would have seen the Demon of Fate as one of the enemies simply by virtue of them being a daemon, while the other would have seen them as a traitor for the same reason, and also for not joining. Okay. That could potentially explain how Weaver ended up being ghastly wounded and why they had to sneak into Obsidian Tower in secret. These two pieces of information were extremely fascinating, but it was a third one that gave Sunny some pause. No one knew what Weaver did until it was too late. What the fuck did he do? That sounded so ominous. That made it seem as though Weaver alone had turned out to be more terrible than both the 6 daemons and the 6 gods combined in the end. What the fuck? Maybe he caused a dream realm? What exactly had Weaver done? Sunny or like maybe he was like the creation of the nightmare creatures, right? Because in all these memory and echo descriptions or whatever, at no point did they say like, oh, and then they fight nightmare creatures or like this and that. So maybe it's like he was what created the dream realm to fall to ruin or cause a dream spell. Sunny really wanted to know the answer to this question, and not only out of idle curiosity. He was carrying 2 parts of Weaver's lineage inside of him now, after all. The lineage that was described as forbidden knowledge was the reason for that connected to what Weaver had done. Just as always, the answer Sunny had received brought him a swarm of new questions, curses. With a sigh, he dismissed the runes and stopped. There was no sense in pondering about that now, not without finding more information both about the daemons and the gods. After all that had transpired, he was incredibly tired and hungry, but mostly hungry with a reason. I mean, he had a whole meal. He had a whole fucking meal before he started, right? But mostly hunger. With resentful sighs, Sunny gave Saint a sigh to follow and headed back towards the first level. Let's fucking go, man. Timestamp. Oh my god, wait, hold up. Let me scroll up. I didn't put the chapter title. Wait, no. I didn't put the chapter title for 51. But wait 1 sec. Let me do this. Dude, I need to hit up. I need help. I need to hit up Adam or like someone. Because I want to watch anime and react to Dunkwas. But like, I don't have the time to edit them. So like, I want to do like a Patreon or something. And then the occasional crazy chapters will like edit it. But at least I have all of them archived and up on something on a Patreon. So I can like, I don't know, go back, download them and edit them. I don't know yet. We need another mod for Easy. He has a lot of spoilers in the future I can watch. We need another mod or Easy has gonna have a lot of spoilers in the future. All right. Yeah, I did notice one thing. There were a lot of... I don't know if these were intentional or not. But there were definitely a lot of more deleted messages. What we use for the thumbnail. I'm gonna fucking find some fucking finger. Greg, so you're a good one. Or more like lawful neutral. Lawful neutral. That's a good way to say it. Lawful neutral. I don't know. I gotta find... There has to be an anime character where he's like, ugh, he's like eating something. Oh, maybe because I know in Soul Eater, that primordial looking dude, he's like eating something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we find. I'm the happy shadow. He's a gloomy shadow. So the reason I don't go to Twitch, I can't figure it out. I can't figure out this dual streaming BS, bro. So I'll even add it right here. I have a new target. It just it doesn't want to start. I literally have, good thing my stream key is hidden. I'll show you. I'll show you why. Well, let me do my overall thoughts. Oh yeah, AOT, eating humans, that could work. Hold up. Before we go on a tangent, let's do our outro. And then we can talk about all that other stuff that we're talking about right now. This was fucking insane. I don't know why people are saying Volume 3 is like, compared to Forgotten Shore. Dude, there has been some crazy ass... Thank you, UG eating the finger for thumbnail. That works perfectly. I'm like, there has to be an anime where somebody's eating a finger, right? Yeah. UG eating the finger. Perfect. We'll use that as a thumbnail. It's like... Volume 3 has had some crazy shit. It's I'll tell you this. I have the perfect analogy. Okay? I'll literally go get it. Well, this is what Volume 3 is doing. Volume 3 is doing a lot of lore building like a certain other web novel. And the only reason I am referencing this web novel is because this is the only thing I can read, okay? No, this is my only reference point. No, just a thumbnail, it's fine. We're not going to put clips or anything. Like, we're literally just cropping the clip of the finger or whatever. Oh, wow, it still smells me. This is my only reference because it's the only web novel I've ever read through completion. Oh, this one has 2 artworks. I just realized that. The piano scene. But point is, Volume 3 has so far done a lot of world building like LOTM. LOTM does a lot of world building. Like, maybe it's not as maybe there's not as much fighting right away, like in Forgotten Shore and Lord of the Mysteries, but there's a lot of world building. And then when you get the occasional fights spread out, especially at like the later halves of this book, it picks up so much. But right now, all this lore building, it's like giving me LOTM vibes. Like, we're getting all this crazy shit on like the ancient gods, the demons, Weaver, his lineage. Like, we're getting all this crazy shit. We're getting all these crazy ass echoes, memories, and items to like make him stronger. And it does give me LOTM vibes to like a certain extent, because again, sorry for people that don't like LOTM, I love both. This is like the only thing I can reference. So it is like sniffing. We always sniff the new books, the new video games. Then you smell. It usually gets hyped up before the big stuff Volume 3 starts. Yeah, dude. And it's like, dude, all this quote unquote slow stuff, I love it. It fucking hypes me up. And yes, I'm also a sucker of just straight up fucking hands and fighting. I'm a sucker for that shit too. But like, I like lore. I like lore now. Just because I like it doesn't mean I understand it right away. Hold up. I need to make that clear before someone says, but like in old time, you didn't get half the shit. Oh, hold up. I know. I get it. I like it, but I get lost. So long as it doesn't go too crazy right away, I think we'll be good. But I am excited to know more about Weaver, Weaver's lineage, his other siblings. Is Weaver a man or a woman? We don't fucking know, man. But I am excited for these questions. What the fuck did he do that was so bad that not even the 6 gods or demons were able to like do together? This is my big theory right now. The dream realm has always existed. That is correct. And oh, hold up, I didn't even say the shit about all these mannequins. This is my thing. I think Weaver was the direct cause of the dream spell and the nightmare creatures in the dream realm. Like, he put his whole world in ruin because the 6 gods and the 6 deities were at war or whatever, right? Like, all of them combined, they were at war. It was too great. The only thing we can do to save the world was to destroy the current world and bring about a new world, right? So he chose I assume in Weaver's eyes right now, he chose the lesser evil. Let's just say, wait, hold up. Let's just say he's playing the long game. Okay, that's not a spoiler. We'll find out in a couple thousand chapters. Okay, I'm down for that. I'm thinking he's choosing the lesser evil. He brought about all these nightmare creatures. And in this, like, workshop with one of his other siblings, and like everything related to Shadow Saint and like all the other creatures, I think his sibling made them in order to fight back against Weaver's nightmare creatures. That is what I am thinking, and that is what I am locking in. I think that's what's going on here. Sonny, your iron hand is needed. Oh wow, do we need the iron hand? Okay, let me just okay, I'll repeat it because I know there's been a lot of messages being unsent. If it is okay, wow, you have been timed out for 1,800 seconds. Well, luckily, by the time we stream next, they'll be back. Let's just put it this way. If there are some crazy spoilers, people, again, please try to not spoil purposely or intentionally. Thank you. 7 demons, 6 gods, because we don't know what the... There is no 7th god, but I am under the assumption that there is a 7th hidden god. No, that's not a spoiler. That's been talked about. No, it's okay. Don't worry. That wasn't a spoiler, Sonny. That was talked about. Even Sunny's teacher said, like, no, there's no 7th, it's 6th. But I am so under the perception. Please don't make a 6th, 7th joke. Gregory, you will lose mod privileges right now for that. That is your one and only warning. I'm fucking kidding. I'm joking. Let's just be careful with spoilers. I know we get excited, so sometimes... No, I'm fucking joking. Did someone see spoilers? I'm sorry. No, I was just fucking joking. I'm just, let's just be careful with spoilers in case, you spoil me accidentally or intentionally, or you spoil people in the chat that are also following along. The corruption slipped for a moment? Yeah, the corruption definitely slipped for a moment. You definitely got afflicted by whatever that hand shit was. Easy the thing, they don't listen. That is true. I am noticing that. I spoiled nothing. I just teased of what to come. Okay, if you're teasing what to come, cool. Can you look at the art you missed in Discord? Oh, yeah, let me look at the art. But let's do this. I think next stream, to kind of set expectations, this is what we're going to do. Next stream, we're going to be a little bit stricter. Mods, you have... I'm giving you the right. Or I am giving you the right to go a little bit crazier. Rather than deleting a comment, let's do this. Just time out with the first limit, 10 seconds. Next one, it's a minute. Next one, 5. Next, we just increase the level. Let's put it that way. We'll increase the timeout level. Once that timeout level is at the max, then we will talk about what to do. I think that's fair. That way we can be careful with spoilers. Okay, I know we get excited. If you can just not tease too much, I think that's fine. Not just for me, just because I know there's people that read chat while they're watching the video, so we also don't want them to get spoiled. So I looked at this at the beginning of the video. Sunny activates Weaver's Mask. This was before he went down. The sky below. Unknown user, artist, messengers. Artist is unknown, we don't know. Sunny falling through the starless abyss. So this is him on top when he reaches the bottom. Oh, that is really fucking cool. Oh, this is super sick. Oh shit, that's fucking tight. Oh, I didn't even see all this. Guilty Guild. Can I join this Discord server? Or is that spoilery Discord server? You guys tell me what I can do. Can I join or can I not join? I think a minute should be the first. Okay, yeah. A minute should be the first. Let's do this. A minute is first. And then after minute, we go to 5 minutes. Then 10 minutes. And after 10 minutes, we'll just do the 24-hour thing. No, I didn't get spoiled. But there was a lot of messages that I was starting to read that got deleted before I read the whole thing. So mods came in clutch today. That's G3 server. I'll join it. I want to check it out. Guilty Guild is the official server. I want to join it. Okay, I want to see some artwork. So this is him falling through. And this, I don't know what this is, but this looks cool as fuck. Go there when catch up, my brother from another mother. I'm gonna keep it $1.50. I don't know when I'm gonna catch up. I don't know when I'm gonna catch up, but I can join it and just have things muted, and I think I'll be fine. Because I've joined the official Lord of the Mysteries Discord server, but I have things muted, and I don't usually go on it and get spoiled, right? But I think we can join and be safe. Man, people are so fucking talented. If there's one thing I want to learn, oh, is this him looking at the mirror reflection? If there's one thing, bless the mods, bless the mods. I'll tell you this. One day, if, knock on wood, not if, when we become successful, I got you guys' back. I'm gonna help you guys out. I'll help you guys out. I'm gonna help out all the mods that have been there day one. But I have to get there first. Well, I can't do it right now. I'm struggling myself. But one day in the future, when we get there, I will help you. And all the donations, that helps me too. But one day in the future, I got your guys back. It's not going to be too crazy. But I will be able to spread back my generosity for all your love and support. But I have to get there first. I'm not there yet, but one day. That being said, I do want to learn to be a good artist. I've done a lot of drawings in my past. I should show you guys my art book. I have a whole art book of shit I've drawn. I haven't drawn in a long time. But one day, when we get there, I got you guys. You can show a little bit of love here and there. Oh, there's the artist. Torora Art. Bro, didn't check this artwork? No, I didn't see this artwork. Definitely didn't. I only saw this one. Maybe we can use this one as our thumbnail. When the island collapsed. And then we can use... We can update these today. And I assume there's no artwork on the ivory tower. Or is this supposed to be the... I don't think this is the ivory tower, right? Check out Tyrus artwork. Tyrese artwork. Is there a new one? I saw these earlier. Yeah, I saw these. Alright, man. But I think we're going to leave it there. If you guys like what you see and you want to see more, and you guys want us to continue this series, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Because only 4 to 6% of you people watching these videos are subscribed. So it would mean the world to me if we can grow this beautiful, amazing community this year and see how far we can reach. With that being said, love you all. I'll let you go. And I will see you guys all very, very soon. Later, guys. Peace. Have an amazing day. Love you all. You missed a lot above? I missed a lot above? No, I didn't. Oh my god, I missed so much. Oh my god. Wait. What the? Whoa! I missed so much artwork. Okay, we will do this on the next video. Whoa! There's so much artwork I missed. What the fuck? Okay, we will look at all that artwork in next stream. I'm gonna leave it open right here. Oh, Mongrel in the Coliseum. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's sick as fuck. Alright. Aw. 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 My heart. Finally he noticed? Aw. I'm about to cry. It's beautiful. Oh, Mongrel. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Oh, what the fuck? I've seen this artwork before. I didn't know where this was from. Or when this happens. Oh. So, okay, well, I'll stop reacting. We'll save all this for the beginning of the next video. Peace. Have an amazing day. Love you all. Wait, I lied. The reason I haven't been able to stream on Discord for people that care, I can't get the extension to fucking work. I have an extension called multiple outputs. I don't know why it's not working. I don't know. Look. I'll show you. Let me just show you this. I mean, all this is hidden, so it's fine. But let me update this. I need your guys' help. Let me see if you guys know. Stalling aspect kicking in. It is kicking in. I want to see if you guys can help me. So on OBS, it's worked in the past. It's not fucking working anymore. I have a URL set to twitch.tv/easygeeky. I have my main stream key set up. I have my encoder from OBS directly, and I have my start time synced up. For some reason, it doesn't connect. And the only thing that works is Restream. But the last time we were using Restream, we kept running into, like, DC problems. We kept disconnecting. So I don't know if I have to find a way to, like, manually remove this plugin and then just redo it and download the newest one. I don't know. We don't know, bro. We ain't streamers. That is true. Fuck. Any tech-savvy people? I consider myself a tech-savvy people. I consider myself tech-savvy. I definitely haven't looked into it. Maybe this plugin is just out of date. And I need to remove it and then find a new plugin on GiftHub. Because I remember I downloaded a plugin from GiftHub. And then you have to install it directly into your OBS file folders. So maybe I have to go into my file folders, delete that plugin so that plugin doesn't pop up. And then just download the new one. Look, let me hold up. Let me show you a little bit of behind the scenes. Hold up. Let me make sure I'm not showing anything personal. Hold up before you even drag this shit down here. Hold up.
Did I switch scenes? I have not switched scenes. Okay, hold up, hold up. Let me look at my thing, make sure nothing personal is being shown. One sec. Let me just triple check this. Nothing personal. Okay, we're good. Fuck, I'm triple checking. Okay, we're good. So this, oh my god, we're getting like, we're going deep down the layers. So this is OBS. This, oh my god, let me minimize it. Point is, this is OBS, okay? This is my plugin that I have installed called Multiple Outputs. It never fucking connects. You can see it right here on my docs. I have the multiple output connected, right? But for some damn reason, every time I try and connect it, it just does not connect to the server. Inception as OBS? Yeah, it happens. That shit gets annoying. You know what? Hold up. Before I even end stream, let me just hit start. See what the fuck happens. Because it always fails to connect. And I don't know why the fuck it does that. But it's actually starting to annoy me. And it's worked in the past. It's super simple. You connect your Twitch URL. You put your stream key. Bop, bada, boop. You hit start. Connect. It says connecting. Connected live. And that's it. It's like 3 fucking clicks. But I get error failed to connect to server. I don't know. I'll look into this. All right. Later, guys. Love you all.